Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. Today we're starting Episode 5, the last chapter in this game. Although not the last chapter of Naruhodo's story. The unspeakable story. How's everybody doing tonight? Doing well, I hope? Are you prepared? The Hound of the Baskervilles. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this game to end. It's coming! Holmes' cries pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited breathlessly in the silence. The silence lasted for what seemed like an eternity until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal had ever seen. Cerberus? Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare, and the whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its panting caused the ground to quake, and its hideous howl, so terrified I was that I began to cower with fear. "Look well, Watson," Holmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical Hound of the Baskervilles." Oh no! And that has nothing to do with the case at hand, probably. But that was pretty fun. I liked it. It's already been 2 months since we made it to London. The very moment we arrived, we were thrust into a mysterious trial. We defended Soseki Natsume, also known as Sosexy Natsume. That's a long story. Shortly after, we won those trials by the skin of our teeth. But I haven't stood at court at all since then. Really? Is Vortex not giving us more assignments? I can't say I'm surprised, after all. Not only am I an amateur, I'm an exchange student from a foreign land. Thus, things were pretty quiet in our office as the days passed. Until that one fateful morning. On that day, we received a fearful reminder. Mankind did. A single telegram ended our peace. 15th of April, 9:13 a.m., Naruhodo Law Consultation Agency. I do wonder, why is Vortex not giving us more? Did he expect us to lose those 2 trials? Odd. 2 whole months, huh? Who's that knocking on the door? It's not Pokey, is it? That morning, I was awoken by the sound of a telegram messenger banging on our door. Since then, something has clearly been bothering Susato. Susato? Seriously? Are you okay? What's Ryu's telegram, you wonder? Maybe it's a singing telegram. Oh, sorry. Oh, that was fast. Didn't even see you walk over to me. Moves like lightning. Shall we make our way to the Old Bailey now? Let's see. Who are we defending today? Susato, we haven't gotten a case. Oh, I think this break is getting to her. It's like me when I don't stream. I don't think we have any trials today? Oh, that's right. We don't have a trial to attend to today. Or for 2 months. I think Iris is making us breakfast this morning. Let's head downstairs to Mr. Holmes's room. Absolutely. The Irish breakfast is the most important meal of the day, after all. What if it wasn't Iris? All other breakfasts can go shove it. It really is. Once we've eaten, it's off to the Old Bailey for us. Oh, I'm gonna miss seeing her adorable animations when this game is over. At least until the next game. Let's see. Who are we defending today? We just... Oh. I think she's lost it. Come on! Good. Dire Hit 6, welcome! How you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? You're just in time to see me present my attorney's badge. Because it's the most important thing to do. You know what? This might actually encourage her. Uh-oh. See, Susato seems to have lost it since the last time we saw her. It's been 2 months since we have a trial. It moves me to tears when I see you so faithfully wear his armband in court. Right, it's kind of not mine. Really, I can't begin to describe my happiness. I have to wear it. It's the only thing that proves I'm a defense attorney. And you know, memory of my dead friend, but who cares about that? Wearing this, I feel like he's always lending me his strength. So I make sure that I'm always wearing it when the going gets rough. Is that why I wear it all the time then? Weren't you wearing it when we took a walk through McGundle Park? I just forgot to take it off. Or maybe it's the stress of being on a date. Dire Hit says this episode will be excellent. Excellent! You're excited. I am excited too. It's gonna be good, I can tell. So, what does it say? What was in the telegram you received this morning? We got it already? Oh, it went up to shoot, I think. What? What telegram? I have no idea what you're talking about. I saw you reading it, Susato. Oh, that's true. You did, didn't you? Trying to hide things? Huh? Kyokazu's gotta go? You gotta eat breakfast? Hey, the Irish breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I can't fault you for that. Alright, I'll see you later. Catch you later, Keel. It's nothing that you should worry over. It wasn't anything It wasn't anything important. She tripped over such an easy word 3 whole times. Sounds like me. Weenie, what's up? You're early for once. Yeah. Welcome back. How you doing? You haven't missed much. We haven't done a trial for 2 months, and Susato has gone crazy. That's all you missed. I'm sure that I will be able to discuss it with you before too long. Okay. I understand. I really don't. She just got a secret message. I wonder what she's hiding from us. Hopefully it's not an illness. She's not coughing up blood, is she? No, that's a different person. That's a different game. I wonder if Soseki has made it to Japan yet. We proved him not guilty last time, and a real verdict this time. I'm happy for that. I feel fulfilled now. Although Soseki has made his way back to Japan, hopefully he can take his tales of the English land back to the homestead and spread the news of how it is over here. I'm not sure. He departed from London as soon as he was acquitted. So I believe he may be arriving in Japan right at this moment. Took longer by boat back then. Just 2 weeks ago, I received a very, very long telegram in which he cursed his seasickness. A telegram from sea? How does that work? Did they have any sort of wireless signal back then? I don't understand. Well, not wireless signal. I mean like a way to transmit messages over wireless. Over some sort of distance. Carriers, that makes sense. At the very least, it seems his journey went mostly well. You know, besides the seasickness. At least he ate the chicken. Is something wrong, Naruhodo? If Soseki stayed here in London, would he still be alive? Oh. Are you talking about the Grim Reaper? Lord Baroque Van Zeeks? I don't think Baroque kills people. McGundle was probably just trying to protect his image. Or ruin Baroque's. Weenie's excited for the start of this case. Everyone's excited. Egg. He could have suffered a far worse fate than simple seasickness. You think he landed first and then sent the letter? Well, then why were they wondering whether or not he made it back? Maybe a stop on the way? Yeah, probably. Eating chicken? Hey, it's important to eat chicken or else you die. This is what this game taught me. I learned this. Just look at what happened. Look what happened to him. You know who. No defendant prosecuted by the Grim Reaper has ever survived for long. So, McGundle actually died? That is weird. That's so anticlimactic. At least justice was served? No, this is vigilantism. I can't help but remember that nightmarish resolution to my first trial here in London. Even after 2 months, I've heard the truth behind that fire remains hidden. Oh, spooky. What if Soseki made it to Japan safe and sound, then... That must mean the Grim Reaper's influence doesn't extend out of London. Somehow, that makes him sound even more frightening. Maybe the Grim Reaper himself swings the scythe of justice with his own hands. Now that I think about it, I wonder what the Grim Reaper has been doing since then. You know, hanging out with Billy and Mandy, doing some limbo. You don't think he's found a new sacrifice? Want someone to die in his stead? No, it seems... Since our last trial, the Grim Reaper has not once returned to court. What a coinkydink. Really? Turns out just for 2 whole months, there hasn't been a single court hearing in the entirety of this span of time. Just no crimes in London whatsoever. Since Soseki's trial 2 months ago, it appears he has disappeared from court again. Wow. The Grim Reaper had finally made his grand return to the Crown Court. I've been the defense attorney for both trials he participated in since his return. Maybe I broke his spirit. Why am I so unlucky? Just gotta be an ultimate lucky student, Naruhodo. We are the new targets. Oh no! Run, Susato! Let's go back on the boat. I can't help but wonder if that really is down to luck. Huh? Did you say something? Oh, no, it's nothing. Please, pay me no mind. Well, I guess we gotta go downstairs and check the breakfast out. But also, did I examine the room? I will now. Ooh, look at all this stuff. We really made ourselves at home here. Very nice. What's this? He's been stalking us? Oh no. Yeah, he just lives in that corner over there. We haven't noticed him for 2 whole months. This is one of those telegrams, right? Let's take a look. Step away from the telegram! For goodness' sake, Naruhodo! All right, fine. I won't look at it. Must be personal. Why isn't she keeping that under closer wraps? Come on, Naruhodo, you should know better. I mean, you're the one that left it out in the first place. I'll sneak a peek later. Turns out she's pregnant with Naruhodo's child. I mean, what? Okay, wait a minute. Is she... Never mind. Let's forget I made that joke. They don't know the laws over here. Susato, the tea set you brought back from back home looks so neat and orderly. I don't like bitter drinks, so I usually sneak in a dash of sugar and a splash of milk. Ha! You don't take your tea, without sugar? I guess if it's black tea, you can take your tea black. Just like coffee. Tea is meant to soothe the mind and spirit, so what's most important is that you enjoy it. I can't stand sweet tea. I always get it with like the least amount of sugar possible. Or just brew tea. Tea is great. Tea is the best. I like going to tea shops around LA. There are so many. You don't have to try and force it down if it's too bitter for you. I guess. I wanted to talk. I put cheese foam in my tea. Hey, cheese is great. Sorry, I prefer smoothies and milkshakes. Those are also good. And I want a milkshake. Maybe I should go by In-N-Out and get a milkshake. This spade has been here since we first rented out this room. That's no spade. It's a trowel. Oh, game, don't you do that to me. Is this the new step ladder? I gotta keep on the lookout. Maybe there were spades in the earlier parts of the game. The big ones are spades. The small ones used for gardening are trowels. No, the big ones are trowels. The small ones used for gardening are spades. It's a shovel, okay? Wait, which one is right? I don't think our opinions on scooping tools were ever aligned. They're not opinions, they're facts, and one of you is wrong. Unless I'm not gonna get into this. I've had enough discussion about ladders and step ladders. Pick your team, guys. I'll start a star poll. Now that spring is rolling in, it's finally starting to warm up around here. It's so nice to smell the scents wafting in from this kettle. Scent of tea. Ooh. Oh, Naruhodo, would you like some tea? No, but thank you. Maybe later. Between Susato's matcha and Iris's herbal tea. Our flat must seem like heaven for the die-hard tea fans out there. I love it. Now, if you could make some cheese foam and boba, that would be great. Whoa! Vinny, how you doing? Ah, that was a short stream. Well, you did say you were ending. How you doing, man? Thanks for the raid. Whoa! Oh my gosh, there's a Nash. Spoilers! Get out of here! Nash still needs to play this game. No, it's okay. Nothing is too spoilery on the screen right now. Just don't look. How are you? How are you? Bits to cleanse your eyes. No, wait, I gotta get those to Vinny now. I'll just give them to Jesse later. He's not even streaming right now. Doesn't matter, I'll still do it. Alright. What? Double raid? Brad! How you doing? We just got raided by Vinny. Oh my god. Brad, how you doing? Oh. Brad's gotta go to work. See you Thursday? It's fate. Okay. Okay, crossing my fingers that nothing goes wrong on Thursday this time. Alright, finally we're gonna play the game. Matcha makes the perfect complement to these cakes. Oh, that's the line we waited for, apparently. Sorry for the interruption. It's already been 2 months since we got here. Thanks for the host. Some doofus. My desk has gotten pretty cluttered. You really should tidy up a bit. Well, Cesado, here's how I see it. Having a cluttered workspace is always the first step to academic success. Oh, a man after my own way of living. If I cleaned up, that would be just taking a step back. Foxtrot Box, thanks for the follow. Life offers you plenty of time. I think it's important to take a step back sometimes. I can't lure my way out of this argument. I can still object even if I have no grounds. There's no judge to overrule it. What else is in this room? What else is a fun thing to examine? This mop? No? The scales? Time to tip the scales! Just beyond that door is Suzado's room. Oh, we don't sleep in the same bed. Why am I disappointed by this? She never lets me in there. I've never even seen the inside, come to think of it. Wow, very secretive. Do not peek inside a girl's room, Naruhodo. Of course not! A girl's room holds all her deepest, darkest, most bittersweet secrets. When you put it that way, now I gotta see. Since she said that, I'm even more curious. Naruhodo and I are very alike. Time to tip the scales. I'll show you. What's over here? This water tank is called an aquarium. It came with the room, so I'm using it. Where did you get the fish? Ah, Vinny, what are you doing? Don't tip the scales with bits. That's cheating. A Japanese prawn meanders around the tank as the sea anemone sways back and forth below. Did you bring a prawn from Japan? How did you get that? It's as though he's in his own little sea world, all held inside of a glass tank. Can you say SeaWorld? Is that trademark? Copyright? Oh, the wonders of the British Empire. I'm still not sure that this isn't a dream. It's just a tiny bit of a hassle to change out the salt water in this SeaWorld, though. Just a little bit. I guess you gotta go all the way to the sea to get it. One of my friends has this aquarium full of... It's basically self-sustaining because it has its own colony of shrimp that just live forever. I think they're called ghost shrimp. They clean the tank enough that all the little fish inside can also live. It's amazing. Very low hassle. Alright, I guess that's all to see around here. Let's go downstairs and eat breakfast. Finally. I am starving. Oh. Hammy's angry. Why are you angry? Don't be angry. Don't get mad. Get glad. 15th of April. Holmes's room. Anna, remember how you said Sherlock Holmes was hot before? Well, this isn't Sherlock Holmes, but... Good morning, you two! What is this music? Excuse me? Well, this is Iris Watson. Kind of taking the place of John Watson from the Sherlock Holmes novels. She is Sherlock Holmes's roommate. Don't question it. Good morning, Iris. Iris? This is some sad violin playing. By sad, I mean bad. Is Holmes playing it?
Anything wrong, Ryu?
What in the world is this creaking, groaning sound? Okay. That wasn't just the soundtrack.
Oh, I didn't think you'd notice so fast.
Sherlock, you need more practice. I guess that's what you're doing right now.
Yeah, Holmesy is feeling a little down in the dumps this morning.
Hey. Oh. Oh no. Hey there.
Good morning to you.
Morning, Mr. Holmes. Was that supposed to be his theme song? Oh, I didn't pay enough attention. It just sounded like a cat dying. Oh. This morning is just to die for. Right, friends. Mode. Mr. Holmes, what's the matter? You look terrible, and your violin playing wasn't much better. That is sure to make him feel better, I'm sure, Naruhodo. My music has died along with my skill, and now my world has lost all its color. It's become such a monochrome world. Monochrome? No, not you. Monokuma. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing too terrible. I haven't the faintest idea of what he's talking about. Cheer up, Holmes. You wanna go solve some mysteries? Scooby-Doo style? Now, Iris, how about that breakfast? You still think he looks like Vic Mignogna? Vic Mañana? I'm not sure if I see the resemblance, but... Not when he's this sad. I'll have some crumbly toast and muddy coffee, please. Meow. Is that Soseki's cat? Oh, hey! It's Wagahai! It's Morgana! Wagahai Neko Dearu. Anna has to go? Oh, that's alright, Anna. Have a good night. I know it's getting late. You get some rest. You got work tomorrow. I'll see you later. Since I cut it out of the YouTube video, if you haven't already, go follow Anna at twitch.tv/Kira the Strange. You won't regret it. She plays RPGs and cool stuff. Hammy dumps literal mud in the coffee. This coffee tastes like mud. This coffee tastes like shit. It is shit. It's a bit nutty. It's a calico. Oh, this cat is amazing. This cat is... Does that have a little bow tie? And a good morning to you, Wagahai.
Meow.
Hold on a second. How long has the little door been there? Did you take in this cat or not? I'm confused on the situation here. Too bad you couldn't see the best side of Sherlock. What side is that? His backside.
Time for breakfast, everyone. I'll help you, Iris.
Ha! It really is the perfect morning to die. Oh, don't talk like that. Have you been infected with the despair disease? Now that I think about it. Mr. Holmes' desk looks a little empty, as if there's something missing. Where's that big old newspaper reader? Oh, did he have to sell it or something? Are they out of money? Uh-oh. What's up, Iris? It looks like this big iron box is being used as a coffee table. The box has a huge sturdy lock on it. I'm not sure if I read this last time.
You shouldn't go around opening boxes, Naruhodo. You really are a troublemaker, aren't you?
Do I really give off that impression? A little bit. I'm looking at the room because I know that if I talk to the people, as sad as Sherlock is right now, and I feel really bad for not consoling him, I know that if I go ahead with the dialogue, I'm going to miss out on examining all of this. Celeste, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the last chapter of The Great Ace Attorney. I don't know how much you've been following, but we live in Sherlock Holmes' room, and he's feeling down in the dumps right now. Maybe we can cheer him up. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen Iris writing any manuscripts in a while. Oh yes, this is Iris Watson, well, she's not on screen right now, but she is Sherlock Holmes' tiny ward, and apparently she writes all the Sherlock Holmes books in this universe. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, eat your heart out. But there's always paper set in the typewriter, so ready for a sudden burst of inspiration.
Speaking of inspiration, when Soseki heard that Iris was writing novels, he was incredibly moved.
He was? Interesting.
And then he proclaimed, his fists a-tremble, "When I return to Japan, I will do the same!"
Huh. Maybe Sherlock is depressed because he doesn't have a case yet? I mean, it's been 2 months. I'm sure that would get anybody down, but why this morning in particular? Some cute little bottles are lined up in rows on this cute little white shelf, but the truth of the contents of these bottles is far from cute. They were poisons, right? Just like the ultimate detective's lab.
I've been saving up my pocket money to collect tools for scientific experiments. I'm all set for the scientific boom that I can feel coming with the turn of the century.
Skilled at law, science, and the Susato toss. You certainly are well learned, Susato. Oh, don't bring it up. You might remind her.
Yes, though the Susato toss isn't something you can just find in a book, you know. I have to pass it down through practical experimentation and learning. Here, let me try it on you.
Ah! Oh! Hammy, what are you doing? Thanks for the 50 bits. Ah, trying to usurp the positions of everybody else? Oh my gosh, 50 again. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. There doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary here. No? Nothing? That beautiful Western tea set is still arranged meticulously on the table. Just one whiff of Iris's herbal tea never fails to calm the mind. Oh, tea is amazing. I want some tea right now.
The tea culture here really reminds me of our own. Perhaps hospitality is simply the essence of serving tea, regardless of where you are.
That sounds like a beautiful notion. I like to think that's true. Please tell me you didn't press the popper bit badge 100 times each, Hammy. Memorabilia from some of Mr. Holmes' past cases are lined up here. I wonder if there would be an iron plate for a beefsteak if he was involved in my case. Yeah, probably. Along with that ancient coin.
A mysterious leather shoe, a wooden mallet, a dancing towel, and a bust of Napoleon. Oh, the shelf is just brimming with romance and adventure.
The disorganization here reminds me of my own shelves. See? Great minds do think alike.
I keep telling you to tidy up.
Hey, if a mess is good enough for Sherlock Holmes, it's good enough for me. It's I Spy. Can you recognize these things from Sherlock Holmes novels? I never read any, so I wouldn't know. Maybe if I became a world-famous detective, she'd stop nagging me about it. Gosh. The nerve of this girl. Shadowheart remembers from the Sherlock Holmes movie when Watson had to go through their apartment. What? Does this remind you of that? Is the movie the one with Robert Downey Jr.? It is so hard to think of him as anything but Tony Stark. It's odd because, you know, Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch both play Sherlock Holmes, and they're both in the Avengers. You would think at some point they'd have banter where they're like, "Ah, no shit, Sherlock." The fireplace always feels so pleasantly warm. It has an entirely different air compared to our hibachi back home.
There's a photograph of a woman on the mantelpiece. Could it be?
Oh, Sherlock has a girlfriend?
Her? Why, yes, I think it is.
As is often the case, I have no idea what she's on about, but she's getting really excited. Oh, yeah. How much is 50 bits? It's 50 cents. Or it's 50 cent. You know, the rapper. Jude Law as John Hamish Watson. John H. Watson, yeah. Rest in peace. Well, he's dead in this game, but... Books and other materials are stuffed amidst a mess of mind-boggling scientific equipment. It's all cramped so tightly in the shelves, they look like they could topple over at any moment.
Oh, what a beautiful mess!
Wow. You've never said that about the mess on my desk. You keep telling me to tidy up. Oh, sure, but when Sherlock does it...
I keep telling you to tidy up.
This again. Maybe if I became a world-famous detective, she'd stop nagging about it. Uh-huh. Again with this. This girl's never satisfied. The thing on the desk is gone. Probably Irene. I don't know the Sherlock Holmes lore. I guess Irene is Sherlock's girlfriend, lover, sister. Who do I think makes a better Sherlock Holmes? I'll be honest, I never watched either Robert Downey Jr. or Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock Holmes. You'd think it would be Benedict because he's actually English or British. I'm not sure what the exact difference between being British and being English is. I think it depends on a subset or superset of the parts of the United Kingdom / Britain. Something like that. But I will say that I've seen clips of Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock, and it's like, I can't even believe that it's his voice coming out of him. He does a better Sherlock Holmes Englishman voice than I do. Was Mr. Holmes's desk always this tidy? I seem to remember some kind of extravagant machine being there before. Yeah, where'd it go?
You never know what to expect with Mr. Holmes. I wouldn't be surprised if next time we return, he's moved out and gone somewhere else.
That wouldn't be great because we kind of live here under his name. As much as it terrifies me to admit it, I can absolutely imagine that happening. The dude is definitely esoteric enough. Alright, I think we've examined all that we can. Wait, the bullet holes! Maybe he shot the wall a couple more times in his depression. The letters VR have been carved out into the wall by several bullet holes. Sherlock just really likes virtual reality. Apparently they're the initials of Her Majesty the Queen, Victoria.
Isn't it wonderful? I was so moved when I read about it in the novels. I even shot 100 arrows at the wall in my house to write out the S from my name.
Why did I not know about this? What did your father think about it? There's such a thing as being too inspired, Susato. Especially if it's one of those Japanese buildings with the paper walls. That's gonna let in the terrible draft. Wait, I didn't examine Iris. Wakahai. I gotta watch the Sherlock Holmes movies. They're so good. Oh. I should. I need to watch a lot of things, okay? Irene is the only woman who Sherlock Holmes respects for her intelligence. Huh. Okay. She only has a small role in the original novels, huh? I need to be more learned. I see Soseki's cat is doing well. Couldn't take him on the boat?
Yep. Wakahai feels totally at home now.
Wakahai is basically the old-timey Japanese word for I or me. Basically used by royalty back in the day. Yeah, I'm sure the cat has forgotten all about its former owner. Both cats and the goddesses of the arts are a cold-hearted bunch. It is so hard to do a sad Sherlock voice.
What if they weren't going to go back to Japan together? Why did he get a cat in the first place?
It's a real shame. Maybe it's like the ship in the second episode. Can't allow pets on board. Should have smuggled them in a suitcase. Steamships have very strict regulations when it comes to bringing pets on board, as we know.
Precisely. Precisely. If you don't abide by the rules, you can end up in a lot of trouble.
Trouble with Sherlock, or you might accidentally kill my best friend.
Well, Wakahai is cute, so I don't mind the trouble.
Mao. Oh, she's holding him. Oh, I can't. Adorable. Oh, I just remembered. I wanted to ask about that door over there. How long has it had that tiny door built into it? Little doggy door?
Oh, you noticed it? Good day, Ryu. Good day, mate. Here, take a look at this. This is my new invention.
Does it just cut little cat doors into every door? What is it? That seems oddly specific.
I call it the cat flap maker.
So it's a door, but for a cat? No, it's a device that makes a door for a cat.
Yep, you can make an entrance to a room just for a kitty in a jiffy.
Do not point that at me. I do not want a cat-sized hole in me.
It boasts enough power to carve out a cat flap in an instant, no matter how tough the door.
Even if it's made out of metal? I feel like just making a cat flap from scratch would have been faster than making that thing.
What? What if we have this? Wagahai can get in and out of anywhere, you know?
Really? That's amazing! Let's make a cat flap for our room later. Our room. What about Susato's room? Oh, sure, Wagahai can go in there, but not me. Jeez. They keep on making weird inventions one after another.
Ha ha!
Well then. Good to know. Sherlock, I feel like I've neglected you. Buddy, pal, are you okay? Would you like to see my attorney's badge? Excuse me, Mr. Holmes, about this. I thought you were going to show me something intriguing. My badge is very intriguing, thank you very much. I'm offended. So I lifted my head, ready to die. And that's what greets me, but this useless thing? It's shiny. How dare you? Oh, I can't be mad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sherlock. I got very emotional. I resolved myself to death all for nothing. Staring at the floor would be more fruitful. Wow. Oh, my head is so heavy. Oh. Are you okay, buddy? Why do you want to die? Do you want to die? Geniuses are weird. You seem awfully ready to die this morning, as opposed to other mornings. Who hurt you? Sherlock, who hurt you? Long ago, I once played the violin. The flowers would burst to life, and the birds would tweet in unison. All this for a violin? But alas, my muse has abandoned me. Whatever do you mean? It's not just playing the violin, is it? It's something else. No matter how I toil, how I tune, how I beg, her old timbre continues to elude me. That unfalteringly clear, free, and high tone. The solo that makes one sob and weep.
Now that I think about it, you've really been slacking off with your violin practice recently.
He's really just sad because he can't play the violin today. Well, that's what happens when you're out of practice. Hey, don't worry. I'm sure it's just a bad day. Maybe something's stuck in it? Oh. Maybe Wagahai's in it, but we just saw him come in, though. Magic cat. It's magic. Listen, Master Naruhodo. The muses are fickle beings. One day they inspire you to genius, the next they ruin you without remorse. Oh. Maybe he needs new strings. Maybe he needs a new bow. Gah! Why did this have to happen? If I've been robbed of my ability to play violin, then what else is left for me? Your dashing good looks? Your ability to be a detective? Your success? Your fame? Your assumed fortune? Weren't his deductions his main gimmick? Oh no, yeah. In the middle of the case, we get Sherlock's, theater of violin and reason. Your job? You know. By the way, Mr. Holmes, about your desk. Jesse's gotta play these at some point. Absolutely do. Do it, man. These are great. I can even give you tips on the original series. Well, also this after I finish it. They're great. One of my favorites. There's not really quite a game like this. With this much mystery, this much twists and turns, other than like Danganronpa. Even that's slightly different.
It looks somewhat tidier than it did before.
Indeed. Wonderful work, dear Sasato. Truly amazing detective prowess. Are you being sarcastic? Sarcastic.
Oh, please. My abilities are far inferior to your own, Mr. Holmes.
That must mean they're terrible. From what we've seen, Sherlock Holmes' deductions aren't the most accurate. I'd honestly be a bit concerned if you didn't notice that.
If you're looking for the all-purpose analysis lens, it's at Hatch's shop right now.
Oh, it broke. I was beginning to fear you sold it. Hatch's shop?
Yep, it's the pawn shop that we always go to. Huh? What?
You sold that ridiculously huge machine to a pawn shop? Oh, I thought you meant like a workshop. That's right. You did sell it for money. What's wrong? Are you down in? Are you running out of funds? You down on your luck? That's right. The blasted thing fetched a pretty high price too. I'll buy it for a high price.
But wasn't that a really important device?
Zero Time Dilemma? Yeah, the Zero Escape series, huh? Also made by Spike Chunsoft, the makers of Danganronpa. I'll play those after I finish the Danganronpa series, which is soon. Mark my worms.
If you were in a tight spot, all you had to do was ask for help.
Now I'm really regretting not taking that money from Magundal.
My pocket money may not be much help, but I would have given you as much as I could.
1 quid. That's not a lot. No, do not fret. I have no intention of getting rid of it.
But you sold it to a pawn shop. This is quite the serious matter we have on our hands.
Time to hatch this case like an egg. Egg. Nah. It's actually a perfectly normal thing to do here in London. Sell things you don't need? Perish the thought. Really? I have to say, it doesn't sound that normal to me. It seems that neither of you know the right way to use a pawn shop. You sell your thing to the pawn shop and buy it back later for a cheaper price? Egg? Huh? Does that mean there's a wrong way? Please tell me. I've been doing it wrong my whole life, apparently. How do pawn shops work? What exactly did you mean by the right way to use a pawn shop? For us, those of us living in central London, a pawn shop is almost like a bank of sorts.
A bank?
On Mondays, traders exchange their valuables for money at the local pawnbrokers. They use that money as capital, and for the rest of the week, they sell as much as they can. Huh.
On Saturday, they use the money they earn to get their stuff back.
Really? Wow, what an interesting business plan. What if somebody else buys your stuff?
Everyone does it, especially those living in the city center.
Is this historically true? Interesting if so. And if you have extra money, you can even buy expensive clothes. Not to wear, of course. You'd pledge them at the pawn shop to try and make a larger profit. It's the stock market now.
I see. Interesting. When we started to run out of space, we took a trip to Hash's pawnbrokers.
Pawn shops are like ironclad safes, after all. Is there like an agreement that nobody else can buy your own stuff? Odd. The pawn shops in Japan are nothing like this. Talk about cultural difference. Huh. That's actually pretty neat. A stuff bank. Wow.
Oh, but Hamzy, sometimes you deposit things that really make no sense going there. Like waffles and biscuits. It honestly gets to be a bit of a hassle. Hey, Hamzy, are you listening?
Probably something like a code of honor. I wouldn't risk it. When all is said and done, this is a monochrome world we live in, my friends. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places.
Was that?
Waka hi? Cat, Morgana, Mona, what's wrong?
Cat?
What was that?
No! Well, guys, I was stuck in the violin.
Well, now something's in the violin.
Wagahai, that's not a toy. Wagahai, that's not a toy.
What? This is slightly ridiculous. Maybe something was in there. He was fishing it out.
Oh no! Poor Mr. Holmes loved that violin so much.
It's fine. I don't care anymore, friends. Mr. Holmes? I'm sure that this little kitty can play the violin far better than I ever could. That's not what he's trying to do. Well, at least he can restring it now. Celeste is off the bed. Can't keep your eyes open anymore. Well, have a good night, Sal. I'll see you next time. Hey, next time I play Danganronpa, probably next Monday, actually. This is gonna be a busy week for me. I'm sorry. Have a good night. I'll see you later.
Mr. Holmes is really upset, isn't he? I'll just put this violin back where it belongs.
Mr. Holmes' violin. I'll take a quick look at it. Court record? Court record? Where is it? Oh, here it is. So this is the violin you were talking about? Hammy needs food. Go get food. And make it more than just peanut butter this time. You need an actual meal. It's a Stradivarius, a work of art created by the most skilled hands of a most skilled craftsman. Oh, so it's not some cheap dollar store item. Okay. Although I feel like it's been in the pawn shop a couple of times. I see. It doesn't look so great to me. Well, not anymore. A string's broken. I found it sitting in the shop front of a pawn shop at the edge of town, covered in dust. What you just said there was a code of... Well, no, you didn't say there was a code of honor. You just said pawn shops are like banks. Maybe that belonged to somebody. I don't know how these work. Thanks to the seller's ignorance of its true value, I got away with it for only 55 shillings. Looks like his morals are about as flimsy as the deductions. Well, I guess, yeah. That's it then. He knew it belonged to somebody, but he's like, no, I'll make better use of it. I've come so far with my beloved partner, serenading the world with our music, but now, is there any merit in living in an ashen, musicless world? I declare there is none. None whatsoever. Probably worth a lot.
Excuse me, Mr. Holmes.
Stradivarius violins are legendary? And Sherlock Holmes was able to recognize that. Wow. Just by eye. Yes, I was just in the middle of considering whether I should die or not. Don't do it. You have so much to live for, like a second game. It's okay, Sherlock. They'll translate it eventually.
It's about that violin. I think it looks different now. Quite obviously different at that.
Oh? From when? What do you mean, Susato? Did you see it before?
Hey, you're right. Now that I look at it, the color of the wood is way different.
It got replaced. So much for Sherlock having an eye for this.
On top of that, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a hole here before.
Hold on. Never mind all that. Isn't it a completely different size now? What? Yeah, recognize its true value. Can't even recognize your own violin.
Mr. Holmes, I hate to be the one to break this to you, but this isn't a violin.
What?
It seems to me that this is a viola. It's a completely different instrument.
That explains why you can't play it. Sherlock, are you okay? Get off the ground, man. It's dirty.
Are you okay?
You're absolutely right, now that I look at it. My beloved partner isn't even a Stradivarius. You damn piece of junk! Who the devil are you? Calm yourself, man. I thought you two serenaded the world with your music together. Holmes, you big dummy. Stradivariuses are legendary. They are believed to have almost a magical and irreplaceable sound quality. Well, that explains why his playing sounds so shit. He's finally dead. Ampelix, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Ridiculous man.
I see. I get it now.
He's probably just bad at viola. What, Iris?
This is all just a simple mix-up.
Maybe I should ask her about it in more detail. When did it get switched? At what point? Who? When? What? Iris, give me the deets. They're the ultimate violins. They belong in Hope's Peak Academy.
Woohoo!
Iris, what do you mean that there was a mix-up?
To tell you the truth, this violin... Wait, was it viola? Well, whatever it is, it was at Hatch's shop until last week.
Well, there you go. What? Sherlock Holmes not practicing what he preaches. Maybe he doesn't recognize the value of it. Maybe he didn't put it up for enough money. Or maybe Hatch took it?
What? At the pawn shop?
Really? Even though it's his partner? Well, what did you expect, man? Well, you know how it is. It's like one of your Eastern proverbs. If you love your child, send them out into the world. Or something like that, right? If you love them, let it go.
Why, yes, we certainly do say that.
So you sent it out into the world at pawn shop, and when it returned,
It really had come back a changed person.
somebody else bought it. Are we gonna go track it down for him? They cost legitimate millions of dollars in this day and age. Well, Sherlock, you didn't put it up for enough money at the pawn shop. I wouldn't even let that thing near the pawn shop. Jesse failed to catch popcorn in his mouth. Ah, you'll get it next time. Don't eat that same piece, though. Go pop some new popcorn. That's dirty. Well, I guess he's cheered up now. I exchanged this with the all-purpose analysis lens last week. That dastardly Hatch must have mixed them up and gave me this junk instead. If he thought he could trick my ears with such a horrific sound, then he is sorely mistaken. Well, he certainly tricked your eyes. Even if your ears weren't tricked, it seems like the rest of you was. You are correct. That is why, as I have always been saying, pawnbrokers are not to be trusted, my friends. Yeah, not with your life, apparently.
Didn't you just finish saying that a pawn shop was like a well-protected safe?
Sherlock? Telling lies? Yes, Papa. Come now, yeah, Master Naruhodo. Do you plan to just sit around all day? What, are we going on a pawn shop adventure? Huh? Look at you, absent-mindedly chewing on your toast and sipping at your coffee. Oh, I'll punch you in the gab. I'll tell you what, I swear to you, Mum. Have you no shame?
Are you going to Hatch's shop, Mr. Holmes?
That's the plan, Mrs. Zato. Let's not tarry. Wait, really? I haven't even had my bacon or my omelet yet. What, you haven't even eaten your eggs? That's a shame. Was it a light omelet? What? You can't be serious. Look at you, planning to absent-mindedly savor your bacon and indulge in your omelets. Hey, bacon and omelets are good. Bacon and eggs. I'm hungry now. I want some breakfast. Oh man, I should get some eggs at the supermarket. All right, whatever. Let's just go. Eating sugar? No, Papa. Eating omelets. This game's amusing. You love it. Absolutely play the rest of the series. It's even more humorous. I will buy that game for you if you don't have it already, Jesse. Come on. Come on. I'd be down to watch you stream it.
Don't worry, I'll warm it up for you later so it's nice and toasty.
Oh, thank you, Iris. In what? There's no microwaves. I guess just on a skillet. A British pawnbroker, huh? That does sound pretty interesting. Let him eat in peace. Omelets, come on. Whatever. Iris will make it all nice and warm. Maybe she'll even make more. Alright, we're going to the pawn shop, I guess. A new destination has been added. Baker Street, Hatch's Pawnbrokers. A bustling London street, home to Mr. Holmes' office and Hatch's Pawnbrokers. There's a large park nearby as well.
I've never seen such traffic, but it's no surprise that London is so busy.
Hatch's Pawnbrokers, a pawn shop on Baker Street. Even Mr. Holmes loves to make pledges here.
A real London pawn shop? I'm certainly interested. No, not poop.
Get eggs from your butt. I'm not that kind of chicken. What do you take me for?
Let's check out the street first.
Ah, look at this. It looks just like Harry Potter land. I guess that just means it looks like London, huh? I wonder if this is based on a real photo. They've lined up miscellaneous odds and ends in front of their shop.
It's called Hatch's Pawnbrokers. He's a moneylender then.
This place seems a lot flashier than the pawn shops in Japan.
I agree. Japanese pawn shops don't always seem terribly welcoming.
This brings back repressed memories of the time I tearfully pledged my favorite fountain pen. And you lost it? Oh.
That must have been deeply traumatizing for you.
Your favorite pen? Oh. I guess back in the day, that would be like pledging my Nintendo 3DS. I need that to stream. I'm using it right now. I missed a thing? Where? It's been 2 months since we started renting in Mr. Holmes' attic. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. I definitely didn't imagine it would turn out like this when I was locked in that wardrobe.
My, it really has. We've been living our day-to-day life alongside the world's most famous detective.
This must be a dream come true for Susato.
Oh, I could get indicted for 100 crimes and I'd still be able to live with no regrets.
Well, you're not Maya, so scratch that idea. I'm not sure where that came from, but I'll be there to defend you when the time comes. In Naruhodo's room? Okay. Was it important? Can I even... Oh, wait, my office. That's where I need to go. Whoa. Hello, Sherlock Holmes, you beautiful man. My office, aka the attic. How do you do the poop noise? You did the poop noise. Oh, you probably couldn't tell because it was delayed. Oh yeah, takes a minute for you, but it worked. What did I miss? Was it important? Oh, was it a little tiny Daruma? Here's the Daruma I brought from Japan. One of his eyes is still white. He's still got a wish. He's still got a wish to make. I was thinking of filling one in after I won a not guilty verdict here in the British Empire. Although that immediately happened.
You've already done that. Twice, in fact.
But I still don't feel comfortable calling myself an attorney when I'm so inexperienced. When you think I've become the best attorney I can be, I want you to fill it in.
Of course. I'd be delighted to.
Just fill it in right now.
Yep, you've peaked. No way you can get better from here.
That was it. All right. Beautiful, adorable. It's these little moments that humanize this game so much, even more than other Ace Attorney games. I love it. I've mentioned before, but I think this game probably has the best writing out of any of the Ace Attorneys. Just for how it has characters that feel real, cases that don't feel convoluted. It's so nice. So realistic. Alright, I don't think there's anything else here. Let's go into the pawn shop, shall we? Or the stuff bank. Jesse loves the music too. The music in not just this, but Capcom Capcom games in general seems to always be amazing. I think the Ace Attorney composer also did Ghost Trick, and I'm not sure what else. 15th of April, Hatch's Pawnbrokers. I'm sure he's done at least one like Mega Man game or spin-off. Wow, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think the collection's complete? So this is a British pawn shop, huh? The jury selection isn't realistic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's true. They probably don't do that in actual Britain, but it's still like relying on human experiences and evidence rather than magic and last-minute plot twists. It's a nice change. It's a nice change of pace. Although I still say I will say I still love like the anime stylings of the other Ace Attorney games. People barging in at the last second with new evidence that turns everything upside down. I kind of like that isn't here. It has its place, but not here. How can a culprit be a juror? Well, that was just a coincidence. As an aspiring writer, Windy thinks it's because Shu Takumi had a freedom into what he wishes with the plot. Right, Shu Takumi wrote the plot for this game. It's so nice, so good. No, free of pressure from the big boys at Capcom. Wow, look, Naruhodo. This place poop is positively bursting with things I've never seen before. Her eyes are sparkling like a kid in a candy shop. So you like this kind of thing? Of course! When I find things that I don't understand, I start to tingle with excitement. Is that what you call it? Lady and gentlemen, I hope you haven't forgotten why we're here. Oh, Sherlock Holmes put his coat back on. Mr. Holmes? We didn't come here to play around. Oh my god, you were actually punching her. Stop it. Ow! Ooh. His eyes are all bloodshot. I guess he really is serious about this. Or he just needs some eye drops. Excuse me? Is this Mr. Hatch?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, welcome.
Look at him, just shamelessly welcoming us like that. He will pay for what he's done to me and my violin. Well, that makes sense. We are customers after all. All right, friends, it's time we teach this evil uncle a lesson. Evil uncle? Albert Wesker. Maybe I'll give him an Albert Wesker voice. Come now, the game is afoot. I'm surprised he hasn't said that earlier. Chris Redfield. Let's see. Yeah, I heard about that. Shu Takumi was forced to write Phoenix into Apollo Justice, even though the original idea was to have a completely new protagonist. That was so odd. People didn't like it because, well, kind of spoilers for Ace Attorney 4, but we know Phoenix is not the protagonist. I always say protagonist. We know he's not the main protagonist, but he's still written as if he's important. So it just makes people wonder why he isn't the protagonist. It comes across as clumsy and sad. But it wasn't Shu's original idea. It was just unfortunate that Capcom forced him to write in a way that he wasn't intending on. What do you think you're doing? You can look through these mountains of stuff after we've dealt with the shopkeeper.
Aw, but there are so many quaint little things in the shop.
It looks like Mr. Holmes won't let us off the hook until we talk to the shopkeeper. Alright, saves me the trouble. Violin. Ding Ding's watching the stream. Say hi to Ding Ding. Hi, Ding Ding. Let's not worry about what Ding Ding is. Thanks for the 100 bits, Hammy. Almost you're in second place. Congratulations. I'm certain you remember that I withdrew this the other day, right? I found you, faker.
Why, yes.
This piece of junk is not my partner. His color is different. There's a hole in it, and even the size is completely wrong.
You really summed up our observations well, Mr. Holmes. Good job, you remembered.
I'm so sorry, I can't believe this. I've done a terrible thing unbefitting of a pawnbroker. There's only one thing left for old Hatch now.
Oh, no, don't tell me you want to die now. Where are you going? Oh my god, you have a gun! Stop that, don't do that! Ah!
I can only offer my life as apology for my transgression.
Why does everybody want to commit suicide in this stream? Holy crap! Stop! Put the gun down! Oh! Oh no! Oh no, I mean, I'm not saying you have to take it that far, Hatch. Oh, that's one way to make Holmes calm down. That escalated way too quickly.
let me just say one last thing.
What is it?
Mr. Holmes, you were the one who took the viola without checking first, weren't you?
To put it back on you? Huh? Yeah, no, the goofy music in the background isn't exactly helping the tone of this scene. Maybe another reason why it's not localized.
When I went to retrieve your violin from the storeroom, you exclaimed, "It's right here!"
I did?
I tried to stop you, but you simply waved at me and walked off with that viola.
Glad this amuses you. Good job, Sherlock. See what you've done? See what the events you have caused to transpire have come to? This man has a gun at his head. A revolver. Single action army.
But it is my fault for letting you walk away with it. I will fight the urge to complain and blow my brains out in one glorious shot.
Don't do that! Holy crap! No, stop! I was the one at fault here. Okay. Oh, I was scared for a second. Capcom game wouldn't have that. Well, besides Resident Evil.
Whew.
It appears the game is no longer afoot, wouldn't you say?
Mystery solved. Chapter over. What if the game just ends right here? Jesus. By the way, what is that?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things.
I'm so incredibly sorry. I'm sure something must have been wrong with me that day. That day? Don't you mean all the time, Holmes? I kid.
Well, if there wasn't anything wrong, it just wouldn't be like you, Mr. Holmes.
Wow, game making the same jokes I am. Oh, I see. That's not very funny. How did that make you laugh? This game is a hand, not a foot. It's on a handheld.
My word, you really are quite the troublesome customer. You always bring in the most ridiculous pledges.
Hey, money's money.
Ridiculous pledges?
Yes, really. For example, he brought in an unpublished manuscript of a Sherlock Holmes novel.
What? What did you say? I need to buy that right now. Mr. Holmes's unpublished manuscript? Susato, we live with Sherlock. You can read it later when he takes it back.
Ah, stop that! Take the gun away from him!
Oops! I'm so sorry!
Please wait. Before you die, tell me more about the manuscript.
Don't let him die! What the hell? This is no laughing matter. We're just gonna let him stand there with the gun to his head. Susato! Stop him! Toss him! Toss the gun!
So, what exactly do you mean?
Susato has the face of a madwoman right now.
There is an unpublished manuscript in a shop like this?
Well, you see, one day Mr. Holmes came in holding an old iron box.
Okay, while he's distracted, get the gun! Looks like Hatch has cracked. Like an egg. Uncle, I want you to keep a hold of this for a while. He is rather egg-like when you think about him. Look at him. Dude's shaped like a big old egg. Yes, I am Dr. Robotnik.
I would pay 1 shilling for a box like this.
You don't even know what's inside it. He's threatening to scramble his brain. Oh, that's dark. Let's keep these omelets light, shall we? There is something of extreme importance lying inside. Egg, the new chapter in the story of myself, the Sherlock Holmes. Green Yoshi? Oh my gosh, is that Green Yoshi? Welcome back to the stream, man. It's been a while. How you doing? Hope you've been well. How you been? What?
You're leaving something so valuable with me?
Indeed, you are a very trustworthy man, Hatch. Is that the pun? Is that the pun that he's shaped like an egg and his name is Hatch? Oh no, why didn't I notice this before? I'm ashamed. Dire hit will keep it sunny side up. Thank you. Thank you. I have high expectations for you. Expectations. And that's what happened.
That means that Mr. Holmes's mysterious new work is hiding within my storeroom.
Mr. Holmes, is this true? It doesn't look like he's willing to talk. I've paid you the money, haven't I? You better look after it.
Yes, of course.
Stop with the gun!
I will protect it with my life.
I wonder what that's all about. You can't protect it with your life if you're dead. Stop it.
It's not funny.
Oh, Hammy made a sandwich for me. Oh, thank you. It's delicious. I actually had a tuna salad sandwich for dinner today. That's pretty good. Green Yoshi's been working a lot this summer? Oh, wow, making that money. Congratulations, I'm proud. May I ask a question? May I ask a question of you, Green Yoshi? What did you get a job in? What have you been doing?
Ooh, are you from the Far East? For that black clothing, I would pay maybe 6 pence.
My clothes are not for sale. I'd be naked.
Excuse me for saying, but it's pure black. There is nothing exciting about it.
Huh?
Oh, but for this fine lady's clothing, I would pay a whole 5 guineas.
That's a lot.
Those beautiful colors, that exotic design. This is quintessential Oriental art.
Has Susato just been wearing a kimono this entire time? I hope he brought more than one.
My, you would pay 5 whole guineas?
Well, assuming you have more than one, go ahead and sell the one you have right now. You'll just have to walk around in your underwear until we get back to Sherlock's place. It's only like up the street. Why do I feel so inferior? Hey, Naruhodo, it's not your fault you wear nothing but a uniform. I actually wanted to ask about this shop. I heard that pawnbrokers are like banks to the people who live here.
Yes, there are certainly many customers who utilize us in that way. The pawnbroker appraises the pledge and then he holds it in his storeroom for 2 months. If the customer then pays the initial cost with interest, their pledge will be returned.
Oh, so the idea is you take back your capital. You take your capital and then you try to make as much money to pay off the original price plus interest. That's how... Oh, okay. That's how that's how Hatch stays in business.
In that case, if you didn't have the money to buy it back...
In that case, your pledge would be forfeited and it would be placed on the shelves there.
For sale? Oh, I see. That's interesting.
So the items that you store will not be sold within that 2-month time frame, right?
Oh, excuse me.
Exactly. That is why a pawnbroker is saddled with so much responsibility. If my customers' precious items were stolen, I would give up my life in penance.
Don't take out the gun. Perish the thought, Uncle. Humans shouldn't speak so casually of death. So says the one who wouldn't shut up about it this morning. All because you couldn't play a violin that wasn't even yours. There's DLC clothing for the next game. Ooh. If I can find a way to buy that, I will. And also, isn't there like a... Is there also a DLC case? Maybe not. Maybe that's only 5 and 6. Besides, didn't I lend you a hand precisely so that wouldn't happen? You did? I did indeed. I made a little device for the shop. I call it the Automatic Crime Recording Device. The ACRD. Right, Uncle?
Oh!
What was with that really deep sigh? Oh, that was supposed to be deep? Oh! Did you sell it? What happened with it? Also, that sounds very important for a detective to have. There's a difference between pawning and selling. Well, now I know. Oh, you get Western outfits for Susato and Naruhodo, and a Japanese outfit for Holmes. I'd like to see that, but I'll wait until the next game gets translated before I do. So what is exactly this device? Well, how about you take a look? There are 2 of them attached to the ceiling. Oh, that's a camera. Wait a minute, a camera attached to a motion sensor? This sounds oddly familiar. Tagarompa.
It looks like a camera with a clock strapped to it.
Exactly. Well, hopefully one is not on a sliding door, on a swinging bookshelf. Watch out for shot puts. Inside each of these cameras are 100 strips of celluloid film. The cameras then automatically take pictures of the shop at 30-minute intervals.
For example, this one here. This is what they're like.
That's a whole 30-minute window to make a crime happen. This is a photo taken by the counter, which records both the uncle and the customer. I developed a very special kind of film, you see. It can take clear pictures even in the dark. That is actually impressive. It's not just a camera with a clock. He's got night vision film. Wow, this is incredible. In this day and age, that is nice technology.
Both the shop owner and the inner door are clearly shown.
They're like security cameras, but useless. Hey, they're probably not that useless. Hey, this is the 1800s or early 1900s. This is high-tech stuff. This means that even if robbers force their way in, the photos will show them clearly. See, what I'm surprised is that the photos are in color. I think they had color. Yeah, I looked it up last time. There were color photos back then, but not really in widespread use. It's just funny to me that photos are in color in the year 1800 something, but they're black and white in the first Ace Attorney games. They went backwards.
But the pictures are taken in 30-minute intervals, correct?
Yes, precisely.
What happens if a crime occurs within that interval?
Well, there you go. Yeah, it'll tell you what's stolen, but not who stole it if it doesn't happen to be in the interval. Well, you see, there's nothing else to call it but bad luck.
Oh.
That's all. That's all she wrote. Why don't you just make the pictures happen more often? Like, say, 60 times a second.
Oh, you know, these cameras have really been a worry for me recently.
Oh? What are you saying? I think they're very convenient.
I'm talking about the cost of the film.
That's why. Alright, that answered my question.
Luckily, I only have 2 of these set within the shop. But I'm using close to 100 strips of film every day, and a lot of the photos are useless.
Sounds like the security camera I installed at my parents' house. Every time it says, oh, there's a person at the door. It's just my dad going to take out the trash.
In time, the cost of the film will make my shop go under.
Well, if you're paying Sherlock Holmes to make it, it must be very profitable for him. Oh, but what's a few hundred strips if it means protecting our precious valuables?
You only care because it's your stuff, Holmes.
The era in which we buy security with money is only just beginning, my friends.
It's sad that he's right.
Oh, give me a break.
Yada yada does it. I didn't buy a security camera for my parents' house for nothing. Security with money.
Okay, Mr. Holmes, here's your violin.
Oh, thank goodness it hasn't been sold. I guess because it was still in the storeroom.
Oh, much obliged, Uncle. Now I'd appreciate it if you stopped bringing strange things to my shop. If anything happens to them, I will do this.
Stop. Don't do it. Somebody take that away from him. That seems dangerous. Have you considered not doing that? Just a little bit?
No, it's perfectly safe.
No, it's not. Unless it's a water gun. Is that a... It's not real.
Dang it, Ace Attorney!
What?
To ensure that no one else but me is hurt, I've loaded this gun only with a single bullet.
Wait, oh no, it actually has a bullet. Never mind. Russian roulette. Ultimate lucky student. That's really not what I meant. Is this his everyday life? Maybe him. Maybe just him. How many times has he done this? At least 3 times in this stream alone. Well, Hatch, I'll be taking my leave. I look forward to doing business with you again. Provided you haven't blown your own brains out, I mean.
Yes, and I with you.
This is not This is dark humor.
All right, shall we, Naruhodo?
Just gonna leave him like that? Leave him with his gun?
Let's take this opportunity to have a look around.
Well then, that certainly was a thing. I can't present him my attorney's badge. Everything is wrong. All right, well, let's take a look around the shop, huh?
Dark humor, so good.
So sad. There's a small door hidden behind this curtain. Small enough for a cat? Iris, get your cat flat machine out here. Beyond that door is the storeroom. It's where they keep the pledges.
I see.
I don't recommend sneaking in at night to try and loot the place. It's probably full of junk. My junk. I wouldn't do that even if you did recommend it. There's only one key to that door, and it never leaves Hatch's pockets. But when he goes to bed, he puts it in the jar by his bedside.
Mr. Holmes, how on earth do you know about that?
The security cameras? He's just that good of a detective. All part and parcel of being a world-famous detective, I'm afraid. I know a lot of things I don't want to. I just sort of pick them up, see? That's scary.
Ooh, Mr. Holmes' detective ability is amazing.
I think the more logical, unnerving conclusion is that he knows because he's seen it firsthand. But why do you watch him sleep, though? Answer me that, Sherlock. Is there something you don't tell me? Oh no, another shovel, trowel, spade. Gonna have that argument again. Hemi got a new thing today. Ooh, is it something cool?
There's a big account book open on the counter.
The only thing Hatch is good at is keeping track of the pledges he's going to sell off. Isn't that kind of part of the job? Also, that's kind of rude. Apart from that, there's something else that has caught my eye here. This gun is the best gun. It is a revolver. Revolver Ocelot. Just what I'd expect from the man with the same code name as the boss. And don't even think about using auto fire, or I'll know. And don't even think about pilfering any of this shop's pledges. What? Ocelot. The moment you do, Hatch is ready to snap up that revolver with lightning speed.
You don't mean...
He's gonna shoot the robber? Or himself? But he'll use it to blow his own brains out. He's big on taking responsibility for his mistakes. Oh. I feel like you should probably shoot the robber, but also don't do that because that's also extreme. Somebody take this away from this man. Sherlock watches who sleep. Mr. Eggman. This has taken a dark turn. Jeez.
Oh. Well, anyway, we wouldn't dream of stealing anything in the first place.
Very commendable. If sad. Travel? No, we're not going to talk about the trowel or spade. All right, well, so much for being the latter joke. What is this humor? I asked that to myself. I asked that to myself as well, Windy. What is this big, adorable box? How can a box be adorable? It's a music box. Oh, is it ornate? That's probably why. You have them in your country too, don't you?
What? I've never seen a music box this huge before.
My grandma used to have a music box built into her jewelry box. I remember that song fondly. Shall we have a listen? That is a beautiful music box. It's gotta have like at least three of those pegs that make sound. Wow, that's very complex.
Ooh, what a beautiful sound. It's like the notes are being played by a multitude of angels.
The simile, so beautiful. Well, I've never heard sound like this before. You can usually find big music boxes like this in restaurants and pubs. Inside of the cabinet, there's a disc which has a piece of music recorded onto it. You can listen to any music your heart desires, all with the switch of a disc. Wow! And it's configurable too.
It's so wonderful. I couldn't have dreamed of something so amazing.
Well, since the phonograph has become easier to use, music boxes aren't so much in vogue. Oh, so records exist at this time as well.
Oh.
Oh, if it's Naruhodo, then you ship these two even more. What? Sherlock watches Naruhodo sleep? I'm not sure if that ship has sailed. Oh, you know, people ship people. It is big for a music box. I guess that's how it has so many little... What do you call it? The little peg that runs on the spokes or whatever.
Technology really moves at a breakneck pace.
Beautiful. Kind of looks like a grandfather clock to me, but without the clock part. Were there really music box jukeboxes? It sounds like a thing that would have existed. Listening to different music with just the switch of a disc. Imagine if Sherlock Holmes was around to see CDs. Or, you know, imagine if he was real.
There are so many different things lined up on the shelves. Kitchenware, shoes, clocks. It's like there's a little bit of everything.
That shelf is for selling surrendered pawn. Surrendered pawn? Metal Gear? When you take out a loan, your pledged items go to the storeroom for safekeeping. If you fail to repay the pawnbroker before the deadline, he'll be more than glad to sell your items to even the lowest bidder. Now that you mention it, all of these things have little price tags attached to them. If you can at least pay off the interest, you'll extend the deadline. It's completely fail-safe. Why not go and deposit those pitch-black clothes of yours? I'll have you know that this uniform is the heart and soul of Imperial Yume University. And also, I'd be naked. I've got nothing else. Unless you want me to lend me out some of your vests and your nice little hat. Then I'd look cool. Then Suzato would respect me.
What's this huge machine over here?
It looks like it has two lenses you can look through. Oh, no way. Is it like one of those machines at the penny arcade? What do you call that? A Nickelodeon. Ah, that's a stereoscope.
A stereoscope?
It's exactly what it says on the tin. Have a look.
All right, let's see here.
Ooh, we're gonna watch a movie. Jesse's gotta go. It was great being here. Take care. All right, Jesse. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you enjoyed this game. I can't wait to see if you stream this sometime. I'll be waiting. Have a good night. Sleep tight, man. See you later. Oh, hold on a moment. There's something I should tell you. Sherlock wants Naruhodo to undress. I mean, he said it, not me. You don't know what the bumps are called in the music box, but the whole thing that they're on is called a drum, and the metal that makes the noise is called the comb. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Comb and drum. Because it's not just one peg, it's a whole bunch of pegs that are each kind of arranged like a piano. Oh yeah. I see. Poof. Alright, Jesse. See ya. Goodbye. It might be a good idea to switch on the 3D for this part. I'm playing on a 2DS and also I'm streaming at Holmes. I can't put on the 3D on this 3DS. Also, this was a cool idea.
Okay, let's give this a go.
If they're gonna do what I think they're doing. Actually show 3D.
Wow! Naruhodo, have a look at this, quickly!
Sherlock, why are you breaking the fourth wall? Turn on the 3D! I have a 2DS, man! The people at home can't even see it. Wow, look at this not 2D image. Not 3D image. Isn't this... This girl looks familiar. Wasn't she a juror? That feel when no 3D. I don't believe it. It's just a photograph, but it feels like we're really right there. It's so 3D. Can't you see it? Oh wait, there was Naruhodo. It's just a photograph, but it feels like we're really right there. Wow, look at that not 3D effect. There you have it, a stereoscope. It's all the rage in London right now. They even have these stereoscope booths lined up at the park where you can view photographs. He was a juror 2 in case 3. Oh, how about that? I wonder if she's important or something.
But how does it work? What kind of sorcery is this?
Well, you see, it's magic. Well, it's a bit of a hassle to explain it, so I'll tell you some other time. You really don't know, do you?
Aw.
Oh, yeah. Sherlock doesn't know how 3DSs work. No, it's because he's on a 2DS that he can't really explain it. That's why. What is that? You know, there's an Android version of this game. I wonder what that even does. I wonder what the dialogue even says in that version of the game. You couldn't watch it in 3D unless you had, like, Google Cardboard. This is a pretty gaudy calendar for a place like this. Maybe it's for sale. 15th of April. And that's today. That picture was different on Android? Huh. I'm wondering, does Sherlock make any mention of 3D as well? I guess they just skipped that line, huh? Or maybe he says, like, it would be nice if you had a Google Cardboard to place your Android device into right now. I recommend it. Oh, sure, let me fold that up right now. Put it in the Labo VR. I actually own a Nintendo Labo VR. I built it on Monday, actually. I played a little bit of Smash Brothers in VR. It's really cool. Although the effect is not really VR, kind of more like 3D because the screen is not that great for VR. I don't even know why Nintendo really bothered. It's a nice little novelty though. I'm afraid that isn't for sale.
That's an Oriental tear-off calendar, you see. At 12 o'clock every night, I tear off a page.
They just showed a 3D model to simulate a 3D picture? I guess that works. I must say, you do seem like the type to enjoy tearing things up, my dear uncle. He's not actually your uncle, is he? I can't even make sense of what he's saying anymore. So what was the picture in the Android version? Was it still juror number 2 or something else? Maybe it was Oscar Fairplay.
Well, I have to keep track of what pledges are about to become surrendered pawn. It just wouldn't do to be lax about dates. What kind of pawn shop would this be then?
I mean, that makes sense, yeah. You do need to keep track of when people put in their pawn.
I suppose I would expect nothing less of a professional.
Hammy's got the Persona Q2 trailer. The release date trailer. I actually streamed a little bit of that the other day. I'm decided to not stream that in its entirety. Or again, until I play Persona 5 on stream. Kind of because it has Persona 5 spoilers right off the bat. Okay, so I can, now that I've played it, I can say, if you want to play Persona Q2 and you haven't played Persona 5 yet, don't. It's got spoilers. I'm surprised because the first Persona Q wasn't as bad about that. Although I suppose due to the nature of the spoiler, it only makes sense. I won't say what it is, but yeah, that was unfortunate.
I wonder what this is used for.
What is that? I can't even begin to imagine.
Oh?
Oh, didn't say anything about it? You looked it up? Oh, that makes sense to me.
There's a little latch right here.
Is it a jewelry box? How about we it? Just a little. What? How about we it? Uh-oh, typo.
Whoa, wow. So it's some kind of machine?
I thought this game was well translated. Shame on you, Scarlet, whatever, was it? Scarlet Study. It doesn't look like it'll close again. It kind of looks like a dragon. What's wrong? Oh, nothing at all. I didn't break it. It has 2 lenses to look through. I feel like I've seen something like this elsewhere. Does it go in the stereoscope? Huh. Whoa! What do you mean this is only worth 2pence? You have the bounty?
This isn't even worth a single penny to begin with. Never mind two.
Excuse me, who is this? Seems like there's an argument going on over by the counter.
That can't be right. Have another look. I've already told you that even without examining it.
Oh, wait. I know who this is. Hey, it's been a while. Wait, that girl. I feel like I've seen her somewhere before.
Oh, she's from the trial 2 months ago.
Yeah, Latrod.
I'm told her name is Gina Latrod. She hides in places where people gather and then punches out and steals their wallet. She is what you would call a pickpocket.
I do not miss McGundle at one bit. Pickpocket, you're pointing a gun at me. An actual gun. Well, grenade launcher. Would I recommend Persona Q2 to someone who has played Persona 5? Oh, absolutely. I haven't actually gotten to any gameplay yet, but if it's anything like the first Q, it's pretty good. I like the battle system in Q. It's not Persona, but it's pretty neat, regardless. Anybody can have any Persona. It's cool.
You two again?
Oh, you still have that?
Don't! You're loading it! Stop! Put it down! Pleased to make your acquaintance after all this time, Gina Latrod. Huh? You remember who I am?
It would be harder to forget who you are. We nearly suffocated in that smoke bomb. Poison gas?
So, why are you here? Are you here to pop that black outfit because you couldn't live off of the rubbish defense?
Maybe the school uniform stands out more than I thought. Or maybe it just doesn't look good on me. Everyone's telling me to sell it. Small Joker. Yes. Have you not seen Persona Q, Jamie? That's the art style, even in the first Q. I recommend playing the first Persona Q first. The music is just amazing in that game. I think the battle theme for that game is my favorite out of all the Personas, even in spite of mass destruction and why can I not think of the battle theme from Persona 5? I can only think of it as you'll never see it coming. Well, hello there. If memory serves, you were the girl who stole our smoke launcher prototype. Oh, and yet Iris was okay with you having it.
Oh, Holmes!
What's this? I didn't expect you to have something to pledge. Is it something of mine? Last surprise. Right. Thank you, Hammy. Let me have a look. Shall I negotiate the price with a good uncle for you?
Keep your nose where it belongs, mate. I can't stand chicken detectives like you. Bugger off or I'll sue.
All right. This nuisance shall disappear from your presence. See what you did, Gina? You made Sherlock leave. Huh. I can't believe he really walked away. All right, Sherlock, you can come back now. The joke's gone on long enough.
Good lord, in any case, I'm afraid there's no room for haggling.
What is he holding? A metallic disc? Oh, that probably goes in the music box, huh?
Bloody hell, you two leave me alone and all.
Oh, Gina, I missed your little patty face. How you been, girl?
Now, just pretend we're not here.
She can't do it. She's too angry. She's small angry. She has small angry cinnamon bun. Susato is being surprisingly stubborn here. Or should I say croissant?
Poor Holmesy.
He's crying. He's been through enough today, don't you think? Here, have my attorney's armband. Gina, about this. Huh? Where did my armband go? She stole it?
Oh, what's the matter? Could it be? You're looking for this?
When did you? How? Hey, they took that gag. They just took that gag from Ace Attorney 5.
It's just me skill as a pickpocket. I'm pretty good at it, ain't I? I'm pretty good at it, ain't I?
after getting a front row seat to her skill. I feel kind of embarrassed to try to show it to her now.
So, what did you actually want to ask about?
Nothing. I got nothing else. She's an English muffin. Well, there you go. Although I learned that her name is French. I guess she's like descended from the French. I'm not completely sure. I'm not even sure how it is in the Sherlock Holmes novels. So, Gina, do you make pledges to this pawnbroker too?
Yeah, of course. I am a Londoner after all. Something wrong with that? Isn't it?
No, not really. I just thought that maybe...
Oh, I know exactly what you're thinking. She probably went and nicked that off of some bloke, didn't she? Or something else just as awful. Isn't it?
Well, maybe something like that. I see you aren't denying it, Naruhodo. I mean, then let me ask a little more directly. Is what you're selling yours? Are you sure you're not pledging things that you stole from other people? Exactly.
Well, how should I say this? They're mine now. I've been known to do that.
Not saying whether or not you were doing it right now, huh?
I see you aren't denying it either, Gina.
Oh, look at that. Gina and Naruhodo, I think they know each other's way around words.
But this is different. This is mine. It belongs to me.
Is she talking about the disc that Hash is holding? Well, if it's yours, shouldn't your name be in the ledger? I should talk to him one more time. Yeah. What a sticky situation she's in, huh? Don't move. I see you found that video, Hammy. I was gonna share that with the Discord, but I kind of forgot to. Hasta killed us, Rowlet. Rowlet was my favorite starter from Sun and Moon, but Decidueye is not my favorite starter evolution. Now that when I start Pokemon Sword and Shield, I'm going to just bite the bullet and look up what the starters evolve into. Because every time I pick a starter based on the initial evolution, and then it evolves, and then it evolves into something I'm not too keen on. I'm like, oh, I should have picked Litten. I should have picked the seal. I could have had a big rustler cat. I could have had a beautiful seal. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Decidueye too, but like, I don't know. I feel like I would have chosen differently. I like Decidueye, don't get me wrong. The starters are just really good. So, what is that middle disc exactly? I see some small protrusions along the surface. I'm treating the Pokemon as tools and not friends. I like the second evolution. He was my friend. Good old, I named my Rowlet Doctor Who. Get it? Cause when he evolves, he looks like Matt Smith with the little hair coif and the bow tie. He was my friend. But you know, I could have had a different friend. I don't know. Didn't I watch the anime? Did the jelly donuts mean nothing to you? They were rice balls. It's all a lie. Jellyfield are my favorite. No. Everything you know was a lie. I guess I'm never getting a Chris Decidueye to go along with Ash Greninja. You get it. Also because how say who? They do?
Oh yes, this is a disc that plays music when placed inside a music box.
A music box? Yeah, we had this explanation about it just now.
You've never used a music box? Does every black-clothed Japanese say daft things?
How many have you encountered in your life? I know what a music box is, but I've never seen this kind of disc before.
Musical information is embedded into these metallic discs. If you place one of these into a music box, it will play a beautiful tune.
They've been known to, just me in particular.
So, what kind of music is stored on this disc exactly?
Well, I'm afraid I haven't the faintest idea. There are an endless number of music boxes, English ones, French ones, Swiss ones.
Even ones that plow through snow. Lots and lots of music boxes. Clickety-clack down the track.
I don't know what type would allow this disc to play correctly.
I guess not the one you have right there, huh? I see. Interesting.
On top of that, even if this becomes unredeemed, there are no customers who would want to buy this. Honestly, this isn't even worth a single penny.
No way! I mean,
E? So maybe it's not yours. Ha-ha! Let it slip, huh? He... Pokemon need advocates like Green Yoshi and PETA, but P-I-T-A, like pita bread. Is that like the in Pokemon universe PETA? Hopefully they're better. Never forget Pokemon Black and Blue. That's different. Pokemon Brews edition. Truly a masterpiece of our time, a real eye-opener.
anyway, it's gotta be worth something. In fact, it's gotta be worth a ton.
Ha! If you want money for this, you better take it to a less experienced pawnbroker.
Don't worry, we'll keep it. Why would I want this? Oh, doesn't Holmes have a music box?
You see, this isn't the first time this girl has come to my shop.
Oh, really?
She has brought in many a suspicious item.
What do you mean suspicious? I am a pure, upright, beautiful customer, you know.
Hatch has no chill. I mean, he's put a gun to his head about 3 times. I already knew this. Oh. And today's pledge is this disc? Today's pledge.
Well, the story isn't quite that simple.
What do you mean?
What this child brought today was a pledge ticket.
A pledge ticket? So she came to withdraw something she had previously pledged? Yeah! I'm at that age where I've all sorts of bits and bobs to pop after all.
Gee, I wonder why that sounds suspicious. All sorts of random odds and ends. Gina, why do you have this, cannon?
Oh, you know, I just found it.
Why does it say, Garadeb on it?
You know, it's an old family heirloom. I'm related to him.
The time limit for its redemption was going to run out tonight. She brought the ticket and the money for the initial cost and the interest, so I have no reason not to give it to her, regardless of what I may think.
You said she had withdrawn something, but Gina isn't carrying anything.
Is it her coat? The hat?
Oh, that's because she's currently wearing it.
Yeah. The bag?
The pledge when she withdrew was that coat.
Yeah, I remember her not wearing that before. Looks good on her. Very, very nice. Oh, huh.
What? Looks like the dog's dinner, don't it? And it fits perfectly because it's mine.
Is that a compliment? Looks like the dog's dinner, don't it? Is the dog eating chicken tonight?
Then what's with this disc?
Oh, this is her new pledge.
You want more money, huh? Another pledge? Why?
Well, basically, this child brought both the money and a pledge ticket here today.
He's trying to crack his egghead. Don't let him do it. It's not worth it, Mr. Egg. There's so much to live for. You're with good people. They appreciate eggs. It has to withdraw that nice-looking black coat, right? Wait a minute. Is this? This isn't Soseki's coat, is it?
Yes. And then when she put that coat on, she carefully dug through the coat pockets.
The pockets? Is a dog's dinner a good look? That's what I'd like to know.
What? I am a lady, you know. Stop staring at me like a creep. Oh, does that mean she found it in her pocket?
Yeah, of course she did. Whoa! Kelly! Wow, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thanks for the 500 bits! Shared reward to the 10 others in chat? Oh, that's a thing they're doing right now, huh? I think I saw something about that. Oh, thanks for the bits. How you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good night. Great Ace Attorney. We came to the pawn shop to find Sherlock Holmes's lost violin, but we've met up with a familiar friend. So, Mr. Eggman, his name is Hash and he's shaped like an egg. This is not a coincidence. We're having a little debate about whether or not this music box disc is worth anything.
Indeed, she found this.
And so she tried to pledge it right away?
And at a high price. This is becoming even more suspicious. That's not your code, is it?
How rude! I'm just trying to pump it like anyone else would.
At least leave the store and come back first.
By the way, who pledged that code in the first place?
Oh, you bought the code. Oh, no, you didn't.
Well, I did, obviously. What that coat?
That coat seems a little too big for you.
It's me dad's. It's me old man's coat.
Looks like dog's dinner to me.
Hey, that's a compliment. Don't use it like that.
Is that so?
Is that so?
I doubt I have to explain it to anyone else here, but she's clearly lying. What do you think, guys? Telling the truth? Lying? You're a worse liar than Kokichi.
Excuse me?
Who? Okay, Mr. Pretty Boy. Kind of looked like, what was it? Zeppeli from JoJo. Who is this? He seems like a very stereotypical English gentleman. Is this what a stereotypical English gentleman looks like? Oh no, yeah, he's inverted suit Professor Layton. Ah, this reminds me of a puzzle. How are you all on this fine day? This suit is so white, it's blinding my eyes.
What do you want?
I have business with the owner. I'm asking you to leave this place immediately. Maybe not that voice. If you want to scream and shout like a commoner, better you do it outside.
Are you off your trolley? I'm not finished with my business yet. Look at you, Mr. Gentleman, trying to jump the queue. Is that any way to treat a lady?
My, don't strain yourself as you try to keep up your innocent facade. You rotten pickpockets. Oh, is this your coat? Oh, caught her red-handed. Kelly, what are you doing? 200 more bits? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. You know what? Next time you're streaming, I'm giving those right back. You know this, don't you? He's white because he's an egg. Egg? Egg.
What? Who are you? How do you know me?
Don't tell me your name is like Red, White, or something. Of Blue Corp. How do I know you? You mean to tell me that you do not have the decency to remember the faces of your prey?
I stole from you.
Hey, you said it, not me. Shopkeeper? Potion seller?
Yes?
No, I'm gonna do it. Now, 200 more bits. What did you do? Stop it. Don't do it. This wretched pickpocket. I see, this is gonna keep happening, isn't it? Thank you for the 200 bits, Kelly. Oh my gosh. You just came in here giving up 1,100 bits. I don't deserve it. Stop. This wretched pickpocket just redeemed a pledge from you, correct?
Well, yes.
That belongs to me. I demand its immediate return. I demand you stop giving me bits right now. As you can see, I'm a very wealthy man with this very nice white suit. I don't even need any more. All of your bits are going to him. Kelly. Thank you. Don't spend it all on me. Spend it on bills. Spend it on food. Treat yourself to a nice egg dinner. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh. Why? I don't. What is this reward 2, 3 others in chat? Are you guys getting like emotes? Hi, hello. How you doing?
You're lying. I don't know what you're yapping about.
Now return that coat to me. Oh, and oh wow, JoJo posing. I asked that you return that music box disc as well, of course.
No, absolutely not. After all, it's me dad's, so technically it's also mine.
Still holding on to that story, huh? Don't tell me this guy's a reference to Gyro Zappelli. Is he? Not Gyro Zappelli. William Zappelli.
Naruhodo. This seems to have become a rather dire situation.
You're right. We should probably ask for more information. That's like 7 egg dinners. Kelly. Oh my gosh. If you haven't already, people, follow Kelly. She's a pretty good streamer, if I do say so myself. She likes to play multiplayer games with friends. She has like Jackbox nights every now and then. It's always nice hanging out in her streams. She's pretty good. Let's see, can I talk to the shopkeeper? Let me just give you that shout out. Haven't streamed since last time, huh? Your walk. I need to check out that game. It sounds interesting. Who are you? Who is this person? Who is this man? Excuse me. Who are you?
Excuse my rudeness, but what about yourself? You don't appear to be from Britain, at least not by appearance.
Right. We're exchange students from the Empire of Japan. If we're exchange students, who got sent over to Japan?
I see. The Empire of Japan. I have certainly heard of it.
Oh, fancy boy. I like him.
That is the nation where people eat the very strong brown soup filled with spices, correct?
That's curry, which comes from India, but it is also in Japan, yes? I think he had the wrong country in mind. He moves like he's trying to look posh. Is that what trying to look posh looks like? It looks like something. What are you, Inspector Cabanela? No, Inspector Cabanela, he is not.
Never mind which country it is. If you call yourself a gentleman, then it's only proper to offer your own name before demanding to know someone else's.
Oh, my name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a defense attorney studying British law. Oh.
And I'm Susato Mikotaba. I'm currently Naruhodo's legal assistant.
What are you confused about, Green Yoshi? Curry? Curry is delicious. Oh no, you're right. Curry is blue. If Sonic the Hedgehog curry is anything to go by. I have a box of it in my house. In my apartment. I should eat it. I can make some rice.
I see. So that's it.
Oh yes, I am. Well, you can call me Egg Benedict. What? Excuse me? Egg? His name is actually Egg? What's with the egg theme? Egg. That's not your that's not your name. That is not your name. Your name is not Egg. Your name is not. Oh my god. I like this dude. That's why his clothes are all white. His name is Egg. Oh. Yes, that is his name. I can't. Oh no. Oh. I can't hate this dude now. Even as much as I think he might become a villain or something. I can't. He embodies the stream. Chicken and egg. First the chicken in case 2. Now this dude. Chicken? I'm pretty sure that. Oh, wow. Yes. Eat the chicken. Eat the egg. Now the name Hatch makes more sense. What, are you related to Uncle Hatch? You told me this case would be full of egg puns. I didn't know that you meant from the game and not me. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I guess they really did just keep the names from the Japanese translation of the game. Not translation, script. Egg Benedict. Oh my god. An imperious young man with the appearance of a gentleman. He stormed into Hatch's shop, accusing Gina of stealing his pledge ticket. Despite his graceful movements, that is the most suspicious name I'd ever heard. Yeah, Egg. Who could trust anybody that says Egg? Now, I believe we are done here. I need to learn to move like that. I would ask that you return my coat to me now.
Oh, that Ponzi dancing is seriously starting to get me a little shirty.
Shirty. Either that means angry or something else. Maybe she likes it. Gina, have anything more to say? His accusation? Shoulda eaten the chicken, Asogi. Shoulda eaten the chicken. Well, at least we can say for sure that the chicken came before the egg. Chicken was case 2. Egg was case 5.
Gina, is this man telling the truth? Is his name really Egg? I feel sorry for his parents. He's lying, obviously. His name is Arnold. Benedict Arnold. I'll eat me out. I ain't ever seen that man in my life.
His accusation?
Tell me, was that pledge ticket that you gave me stolen?
I just told you I didn't nick it. I swear.
It happened quite recently while I was walking down the street. All of a sudden, this girl showed me a side, and then I came to the realization that a filthy little pickpocket had stolen from me again. Again? As you can see, I dress quite sharply. This is not the first time I've been targeted by this wretched bunch that haunt the alleys. Oh. Now, how about you return my quality coat to me? Give the man back his coat, Gina. Actually, don't. It looks better on you. Come on, man. Why would you want the coat? You would ruin your all-white egg theme.
Now, hurry and give this gentleman back his coat. If you try to waste his time, I will hesitate to call the police.
I half expected him to say I won't hesitate to shoot myself. What does this man make me expect of him?
Hold on just a bloomin' minute. Why do you think me I'm the lawyer? That port of a gentleman is way more suspicious than I am. His name is Egg, for crying out loud.
I'll have to say, that is a bit of a stretch.
Proof? Yeah. Do you have any proof that I nicked it? I bet you bloody well don't.
The dude has white clothes to symbolize the shell, and his blonde hair is the yolk. Oh no, it symbolizes the egg white, and it's the yolk. Oh my gosh, this is just an Eggman. Never mind Hatch, this is the true Dr. Robotnik. Maybe they'll fuse and become Dr. Robotnik. They'll just become Jim Carrey. Are you in charge here? Nope. Proof? Why, of course I have proof.
You what? You what, mate?
What is the proof? I don't even know why the game bothers. Don't even know why the game bothers to have a break in the conversation. I'm just gonna ask the question right away. Kelly, thanks for the 200 more bits. What are you doing? Why are you feeling so generous tonight? How have you been? You do anything cool today? That goes for everybody. Hope everybody's been doing well. I say that. I'm genuinely curious. Direhead is just guessing here. It makes sense to me. Proof that the pledge that Gina withdrew belongs to this gentleman? Kelly's doing okay. That's good to hear. Planning on playing anything fun soon? Jackbox. When's the next Jackbox night? I want to be there for that. I love that game. I used to play it all the time with my coworkers.
Oh, in that case, all we would have to do is look at the shop's ledger. The ledger should have the names of everyone on their deposited pledges.
Oh, really?
I'm afraid that won't quite work.
Why not?
What?
Do you have a really bad filing system and it doesn't really know who pledged what?
Our shop operates in such a way that our customers are not required to give their names.
But how do you know who gave what? Honor system? Honor system. That is a terrible system. Kelly sliced her finger open earlier? Oh! Oh no! I have done that before. It hurts so much. I hope it's doing okay. Put a band-aid on it. Put some of that fancy liquid band-aid stuff on it. I used to have a bottle of that in my first aid kit, but it like expired or something. It's cool, but it's not really worth the price.
Not required to give their names.
But why?
Well, you know, I'm sure everyone has their reasons for pledging their items. There are a surprising number of people who would rather remain anonymous.
Like Mr. Egg. Mr. Egg.
Okay, I understand that, but in that case, how can you discern who actually pledged an item?
I don't. Simple, really. We killed the Batman. Sir, may I ask for the password for that pledge?
Oh, you have passwords, but not names. Of course you may. Sherlock doesn't need a password, apparently. Professor? Professor Layton?
Yes, that is indeed the password. This should suffice as proof, no?
Do you remember all that, or do you write it down? Professor Monkeys, it's been a while, dude. How you been? Haven't managed to catch my stream in a long time. I understand, I stream late. Hope you're well. Have you been? Done anything? What have you been up to recently, man?
This man is the real owner of the pledge.
So you use a password, huh? Sorry, Gina. I guess you couldn't cut the mustard. Or the egg. Professor Monkey started practicing Aikido nearly every day, which takes up a lot of time. Aikido, huh? Is it Neo Aikido? You will not get that reference. We've been playing Danganronpa V3, which has an Aikido master in it. Although she uses it more to punish degenerate men, apparently. Apparently that's the variant of that style. Usually coming back later, doing some laundry right now, so you're awake. All right. Well, don't forget it don't forget your stuff in the dryer. And I want you. Hatch, could you tell us more about this password? I feel so bad when I do. I probably prevent people from doing laundry.
As I mentioned earlier, when a customer pledges something, I do not ask for their name. After all, there are many circumstances in which they wish to keep a secret.
I'm sure Hatch just glanced at Mr. Holmes there. Oh, Mr. Sherlock, when did you get here? Holy God! That's not good storytelling then. Using Aikido to punish people is not in the spirit of the style. Let's just say that the character was very much, the character is pretty much, she marches to her own drum. Well then.
There's no way a great detective would have any dark secrets.
Oh, you think that? The truth is he actually doesn't know how to be a detective at all. It's Iris that solves all the cases. See, every time that Sherlock deduces something, it's actually Iris standing on some stilts in a Sherlock Holmes coat. We just never noticed.
And so, when someone makes a pledge, we decide on a password. In saying that, it's very much like the code to a safe. We confirm the date and the pledge, and then we choose a password.
Why not have an actual safe, though?
I then give the customer the pledge ticket. When someone withdraws a pledge, they must supply both the ticket and the password.
So if you got the correct password, you can withdraw it?
Exactly, of course. I also take the fee.
All right, then this is a lot safer than I originally thought. And as you've just seen, I gave him the correct password. The date was 2 months ago, on the 15th of February. The pledge, a high-class coat. You probably should have been written as a master of another style. I think that was the joke. And finally, the password is Professor. She called it Neo Aikido after all. Indeed, you've given me all the necessary information.
No way!
Didn't know that's how the shop works, huh, Gina? I believe you'll agree that there is no room for doubt.
I could have said that. Professor, see, I know the password too.
See, Professor, as in Professor Monkeys. You were the password the whole time. You do not look good in that coat, sir. Go put on the white one again. Where did you even put the white one?
Now then. Thank you so much for your patronage, Mr. Egg Benedict.
I can't say that name with a straight face. His name is Egg. Your interest rates certainly are reasonable. This won't be the last time you see me. Sorry, Gina. Egg. Checking your leg. I see.
This is why I hate grown-ups. I'm a pickpocket, so of course I'm a liar, right?
Don't worry, Gina. You're an adorable liar. Now, sir, may I have the music box disc? The coat looks fine, just not with the hat. You know what? That's probably it. Take off the hat, man.
Of course, Mr. Benedict. Here you are. Of course, Egg.
Really? Now, Egg, is that all?
Excuse me.
I'm fairly sure that I pledged more. What else could there be?
Well, sir, I'm afraid
You sold it.
that black coat was the only thing that was pledged in the first place. It just so happened that the disc was in one of the pockets.
Uh-oh. So much for a personal bank. You underhanded little thief! You hide yet more of my possessions!
What are you on about? I have nothing of yours.
Very well. I will leave it at that for now, then. Good day. I said good day, sir.
No, hold on a sec. That pledge, that's mine.
Hey, what? Wait! Whoa! What are you doing, you stupid girl? Look, you've made me bleed. That's assault! Gina, what the hell?
Ah, there's blood on the disc.
The disc is covered in tiny metal protrusions. I guess it is like a tiny saw. They must be sharp enough that he cut his finger on one. She's really not letting go of the issue, is she? Wait, is she telling the truth? Was it actually hers?
This is me this is me dad's disc, all right? There's no bloody way I'm handing it off to you. Oh, you, take it.
What?
Hey, I don't want to be an accomplice. Stop, no.
Me?
They take it away from me. They take it away from me. Better if you keep hold of it for a while.
Gina? Why is she so fixated on this disc? I think she's lying, but I think there's something important to her with this disc. Why is it in my court record? Why do I have this? Now, you dog Japanese boy. Excuse me? I would certainly appreciate it if you were to hand over that disc. Do I give it to him?
No, don't. Every adult is a liar.
Uh-oh. This isn't good. Save? The game might actually ask me whether or not I give it to him. If Egg Benedict takes off his hat, his yolk will spill out and he will be a runny egg. His hat is keeping him intact. His hat is keeping him together. It's his shell. He's doomed to wait. He's doomed to wear it ever. Yet lest he perish forever. That's so sad. Don't spill your don't spill your egg. Carlos, you're tired. Are you also drunk? What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the Great Ace Attorney. There's this guy and his name is Egg Benedict. And I'm not even lying. Welcome, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, man. Uh-oh, this isn't good. How on earth am I supposed to resolve this? Not doing well, but you can get there. Oh no, you're not drunk, but you can get there. That's the spirit. What's it gonna be? Sake bombs? Martinis? What? Who am I talking to here? Never hand over the evidence. I need it. It's the court record. I'm sorry, this belongs to the police now. I'm not the police, but still. Wow. This disc has really tiny bumps on it.
These bumps are part of a music box's mechanism. They make noise when struck. And there's a little bit of blood here.
It belonged to that mysterious gentleman. Egg Benedict, right? See, I wasn't lying. His name is Egg.
He must have cut his finger when Gina snatched the disc away from him. Much like when you're grating radishes and your finger slips and gets grated.
Don't do that often. Oh no, is that what happened to Kelly? Did she have to explain it so graphically? Oh, well, what was this? Excuse me? To McGundle? Is that why she wants it? It's evidence. Something to do with how McGundle died? In the fire? Oh, curious and curiouser. Don't I remember Ace Attorney 1? Or Ace Attorney Investigations 1? You must die rather than give over evidence. That's what saved him. Well, it didn't exactly save Mia, but it's what it saved Mia's vengeance? What's the word I'm looking for here?
There's a small scrap of paper stuck here. It looks like it was written in a hurry. Is it someone's name? To McGundle.
McGundle? You mean?
Yes, it must be. That's a name I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Why is that man's name here of all places? Music box disc has been updated. Wow. Okay, now I'm intrigued. I am not gonna give this to him. Now that I know what it's all about. What? Okay, Mr. Egg. Who are you? What's your real name? And what do you have to do with McGundle? Every time someone tries to take my evidence, Manoka slapped them away. I don't have that emote. I can ManokAdobo on him. Gina's glaring daggers at the mysterious gentleman. I better do something about this situation before she pounces on him. Oh my. Pounces on him. That's a different kind of stream. Oh, you're referring to a different Phoenix Wright 1 case. Yeah, the bullet. Oh yeah, that one. Even when you're getting tased. Just as I was about to talk to this gentleman, he started glaring daggers at me. I better do something about. Oh wait. The egg? No, you're not Egg. You're Hatch. It looks like Mr. Hatch is completely frozen in shock. I better. What am I supposed to do? Run away? Sherlock Holmes, please. Nothing here. Oh wait, you know what? I forgot Sherlock was hanging out at the arcade. I always fail to notice Sherlock hanging out in the background of these things. Someone pointed out in one of the YouTube comments that Sherlock was just hanging outside of the window in the last case, and I totally missed him. And I even put the cursor right on him. He blends right in. Mr. Holmes, help! I'm not a good mediator. You seem to be having an awful lot of fun playing with that machine. Could you please help me resolve this dispute?
Jeez, Professor, why are we trying to solve an inheritance dispute?
And gnawing at that bar of caramel. When did you get candy? Finally. You finally found me, Master Naruhodo. I knew you were there. When that pickpocket girl told me to leave her alone, I fled into the corner, and the outcast, Sherlock Holmes, was forced to watch while everyone else had fun. The fact that I could do nothing but watch made me all the more ashamed. To conceal my embarrassment, I pretended to have the time of my life with this dull machine.
The machine's pretty fun. With my one true friend, this bar of caramel. Oh, that's so sad. He's stress eating. I'm sorry, Holmes. Didn't actually have to leave, though. Welcome back. Holmes is a drama queen. Hey, you can be my drama queen any day. Wait, what does that even mean? But you couldn't bear to see me like that, could you? I was so alone, so very alone and afraid, Master Naruhodo. Okay, stop. I came to ask you to help us out in this argument. We're in a real pickle right now. If Direhit had a Manoka hug, you'd give Sherlock a Manoka hug? Oh, that's a good emote to have. Well, I did hear the gist of your conversation, or rather, shall I say I stood silently and strained my ears to devour every single word? I didn't realize you were so lonely. You gotta love Holmes. Drama queen or not, I think he's I said it before and I'll say it again. He might be my favorite detective. I mean, I love Gumshoe and all, but Holmes is just so silly. I can't say that about Gumshoe. It's hard to decide between the two. They're both my favorite. How about that? Oh, Mr. Holmes, my heart breaks for you. It seems the time has come. Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? You gonna go grab Hatch's gun? What? Mr. Holmes, you couldn't possibly mean... You've completely worked out the situation? Oh? Are we gonna end the stream out with a grand deduction? I want a great deduction. Let's have one of those. Theater time? Theater of logic and reason, baby. Miss Susato, look at me, a genius of deduction. I often stop and ask myself, were I to pawn myself off, how much would I be worth? Like 2 guinea maybe? 2 guinea and 5 pence? Not even worth as much as Susato's kimono. It looks like Mr. Holmes has something in mind. Though I have no idea if he'll be able to break through this stalemate. Is it time to unleash Sherlock Holmes's great deductions? Stop. Get some help. I can actually tell him to stop. Hold on, what happens if I choose that? Holmes is the best light-hearted character, and he is lit. He is hot. One of those. Both of those. Just stop. No, thank you. Oh, this will cause some riots in the chat. This really isn't a good time for Mr. Holmes' crazy deductions. It is the perfect time, Naruhodo. What are you even saying? It would be like adding fuel to the fire. I'll find some other way to resolve this. What are you doing, Naruhodo? Don't stop. You're gonna crush his heart. I'm kidding. Of course I will. His great deduction is the only thing that can turn the situation on its head. Do we want this turned on its head? You know, the series is only called Turnabout Court. Gyakuten Saiban. My. I suppose it's time for my appearance. Right, Master Naruhodo? Yes, please. We need you, Sherlock Holmes. Or just ignore me and do what you want, I guess. That's fine, too. When it's a matter of having his deductions or not, yes, absolutely. Ignore Naruhodo. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Add fuel to his flame, Naruhodo. Well, hello there, Miss Gina. I see we're in quite the pickle. That's the second time we talked about pickles today. Pickles and eggs. Sounds pretty good, actually. Oi, how late are you? What in hell have you been doing all this time? You told him to leave. Oh? When a lady's in trouble, you gotta help her out on the double. To protect the world from devastation? To unite our people within our nation. What a lovely lady. Huh. Pardon me, but you are... Mr. Egg Benedict. You truly are one of those gentlemen, much like a department store full of curious features. How so? Lots of good deals for low prices? In any case, I am prepared to present 2 unshakable conclusions about you.
What on earth are you talking about? The first conclusion. You have another reason for coming to this shop, and you dare not tell us why. And the second conclusion. You are planning a great crime that involves a considerable deal of money. That is a stretch. Where'd you get that leap? Well, Mr. Benedict, how many pounds would you say my reasoning is worth? What?
He's gone totally pale. No, I think that's just how he is. He's as white as egg. He's done it again. Sherlock Holmes knows it all.
How dare you? What manner of man are you?
Who are you?
What are you? Yes, perfect. That's just the reaction I wanted from you, Egg Benedict.
His name is Egg. I should just have an egg button so that whenever I say his name, I just press it.
Now, everyone, shall we begin? Come one and all to Sherlock Holmes' Theatre of Logic and Reason.
Oh, baby.
The game is afoot.
I love these sections so much. I am looking forward to these. His goal, huh? I'm looking forward to these in the second game.
Let's begin with a simple question. Why did you show up here in the first place?
How can you tell if he went pale? He's already, like, as white as a ghost.
Earlier, you claimed that you were after the pickpocket who stole your pledge ticket. But that was a lie, wasn't it? You have some other reason.
Eh?
Indeed, the true reason you came here is right there in your hand. The alluring scent that brought you to the shop came from this job posting.
What?
What you hold in your hand is undoubtedly a hiring flyer from this shop. But upon closer examination, you don't seem to be in dire need of cash. Thus, I am led to believe that you have some special motive for coming here. Huh. I noticed that you just reflexively lifted your cane. I also noticed its major contradiction.
On my cane? What balderdash? Eh? Hey, wait a minute. That cane looks familiar.
That's not McGondle's cane, is it? The contradiction, of course, concerns your cane's ferrule.
Ferrule?
There should have been originally a metal ferrule on the tip here. Oh my god, when did you get there?
No goggles.
However, it's nowhere to be seen. The cane's wooden tip lies bare before the world. As such, there can be only one conclusion. Though it may appear to be a cane at first glance, the rod in your hand is actually no cane at all.
Actually, what does that say? RC? That's not Cosney McGundle. I actually don't know who that belongs to. Will I get the second game then? Oh, absolutely. I just gotta wait for Scarlet Study to translate it first. And I'll... now that I know that there's an Android version of these games, I'll probably play the Android version of the second game when that comes out. And then I can actually buy the DLC, like, legally. I mean, I own this game legally, but... You know what? Actually, I do have a Japanese 3DS I'm playing it on. No, it's American. Never mind. So yeah, I can't access the Japanese eShop, so I can't actually buy the DLC. But if I bought it on the Google Play Store, I could. McGundle didn't have a cane. Who am I thinking he had a cane? I'm crazy. I'm going crazy. When I start the second game, Weenie will be vibrating out of your seat. Oh, don't do that. You'll fall on the ground. Diary Hit 6 only saw the first case from the second game, but the rest is like... It could be one of the best Ace Attorneys yet. Oh, I can't wait. It gets better? Oh my god, I can't wait. I need these games right now. I'm so glad that I'm so happy that Scarlet Study actually released this game, translated in such a timely manner. Big props to them. They're the ones that translated this whole project. I thought it would never actually come out, and look at me, I'm playing it right now for all you people. This is a good day.
The rod in your hand is actually no cane at all. Ha! You seem quite shaken there, not stirred. What is the matter?
Hi.
Your reaction will guide us towards the answer to our next question. That question... What is the true identity of that wooden stick? And your latest reaction all but confirms my theory. Though you try to shroud the truth in darkness, it is illuminated by your cane's grip. Shroud the truth in bees! Okay, Zemnis, calm down. I'll have you know that this struck me as peculiar from the very moment I laid eyes on you. Feast your eyes on the shape of the cane's grip, or perhaps I should call it a handle. Does a sword come out of it or something? One of those canes? That would be cool. I could probably do Investigations 2 in the meantime. That's another game I always wanted to play. I don't know if you were here for the first time I mentioned it, but I always wanted... I was deciding between playing Investigations 2 or this game. And I was ready. I was going to play Investigations 2 after streaming Phoenix Wright 1 with Brad. But then Scarlet Study was all, oh look, we finished the game. Here you go. Have the great Ace Attorney. And here we are now. But Investigations 2, definitely something I'll play. Indeed, this cane is decidedly not a cane. Instead, it's clearly... Oh! A shovel that has had its head broken clean off. You might actually be right. What? Here's the conclusion. Your true motive was to find employment at this shop for the sole purpose of digging out the floor. My word, what a dreadful crime you've concocted. Oh, what, there's buried treasure? Or maybe there's a John Wick-style stash of guns and coins out there. Gotta pay your assassination hotel to dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. When you're done, you dig a bigger tunnel. Do it with your friends. No comment on that deduction. Yeah, right. At some point, I'll find time to stream the Ace Attorney 1 with Brad some more. I think because I started this game up, that it's on... That's pretty much why it's on hiatus. At some point, I promise. But that's not all, Mr. Benedict. We've only just begun. I'm afraid I must expose your grand crime here and now.
Don't be absurd. You say I intended it to dig up the shop's floor with a broken shovel of all things. Then tell me, what exactly would I hope to find beneath this dilapidated shop?
There's that word again, dilapidated.
Whoa. Ignoring the practically non-existent possibility of untold riches being hidden here. Exactly what would I stand to gain from doing such a thing? Nothing, I say.
Sorry to break it to you, but there is indeed a reason to dig up the floor in this shop. It's built on an ancient Indian burial ground, which is amazing because we're in England, not America. You know it yourself, after all, don't you, Egg Benedict? The clarity with which your line of sight declares the truth surprises even me. What? So why would you sneak into the shop and dig up the floor? The reason for that is clearly revealed by the circular that you've just glanced at. Circulars like these notify the citizens of London of important announcements. Notice, drainage pipe construction in progress. Egg. Yeah, that's his name. Don't wear it out.
Egg.
Yes, Egg. Notice, drainage pipe construction in progress. And according to the map on this notice, the drainage pipes in question are connected to the bank across the street. Ah, someone keeps calling his name. Drainage pipes? If you dug through the floor, the pipes would lead you straight to the bank. But there's sewage in there, though? Gross. Behold, the Underminer! Beneath the bank across from us is a large underground vault. Really? Oh, wait. Kyo Kazuya, welcome back. How you doing? Hope you had a good breakfast. Did you have egg? Because this is egg right here. Like this man here right now. His name is Egg Benedict. I can't even believe it myself. I can't even. We demand eggs. Feed me eggs. Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is what you consider as one of the better games in the series. I have been excited to play that ever since before it got translated. I just never had the time or reason. Now that I'm a streamer, I'm all for it. You couldn't understand how the team went from that to Ace Attorney 5. Well, Ace Attorney 5 was more like trying to grasp new people into the series, like way dumbed down. I kind of see what they were going for. They just, in my opinion, they made it a bit way a bit too handholdy. It was really kind of a letdown. Still a decent game though. Really? Thus your aim was to use the underground tunnel and carry out a bank heist extravaganza. Extravaganza? And at last, we arrive at the heart of the matter. What sort of prize awaits you in the bank's underground vault? What? As it happens, a little birdie at Scotland Yard gave me an inkling of this prize's identity. Woomy? Of course you know the secret as well, isn't that right? The Hulk Diamond! Look at how they spin. I would hate to be the motion capture person for these people. Alright, that was a good take. Spin a couple more times just to make sure we got it. I'm kinda dizzy though. What are you on about? I don't know anything. I believe we're about to touch upon some rather intriguing proof that says otherwise. What are you truly aiming for is scrolled right here on this postcard. That postcard shows the World's Fair. Keel actually had chicken? Ah, it's almost like egg. It's egg, but he waited a bit too long. As we near the grand opening, the final preparations are in full swing. The government issued a supplementary grant to expedite completion of the Crystal Tower. And that very grant is being protected within the bank's underground vault. Really? Really? Thus your extravagant, evil master plan can only be... Eureka! Finally somebody said it. You plan to steal the fair supplementary grant from within that vault. By the way, this is a guarded secret, even among the police. Keep this between us. Yeah, guarded? You just spilled the beans. You spilled the yolk. Stealing special funds. And there you have it. The great deductions of Sherlock Holmes have been revealed. I hope that doesn't backfire on you. You did just say that there's a whole bunch of funds in store in front of a thief. You know, Gina Latrod, who might add, is gone right now. Where did she go? She's off to rob the bank right now. Here we go again. Hold on. Hold on, it's somewhere. Hold on, it's somewhere around here. I can find it, I swear. I swear it's somewhere. It's not on my desktop, it's in my OBS scenes. I just have so many.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I found it. Excuse me, Mr. Holmes. Hey, what did you think of that one? That logic was so hard, you would hardly believe this detective is single and lonely. Oh! Big mood. I don't believe you're single and lonely. That was heavy to drop on us like that, Holmes. Are you okay? Do you need to go on a date? Don't worry, I can find you a nice woman. Or man, I'm not gonna judge. Gursoma, welcome back. You guess you have a sub now. You just woke up, you fell asleep. I see, my stream's boring, huh? Well, welcome back to the land of the living, Kurosoma. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a nice nap. You heard him, folk. He's single. You heard him. He's single. And lonely, too. You need someone, Holmes. You need someone to be the chicken to your egg. Was that part of about the bank vault across the street really true? Direhate would take him instantly. I don't even see how he's single. Impossible. He's too hot. Indeed, it's a secret among the British government that only the top of the top know. Inspector Gregson told me about it. He made me promise him not to tell anybody. You just told like 3 people. 4. 5. Except you just shouted it. You just shouted it out for the whole world to hear. Right. Hang on a second. Why would Mr. Benedict even know about such a top of the top level secret? Ha! Obviously, that's because he's a villain. Villain. Holmes needs Atua. No, he doesn't. Not that. Oh, no. But what if Mr. Benedict was actually a clueless villain? Surely he'd rush to buy a new shovel right away after hearing a secret like that. No, far from that. No, that's wrong. Even someone like Hatch, who seems like a nice guy, might start digging up the floor at night.
No, I'm no villain, I'll tell you.
Don't worry, Hatch, we don't actually believe that. We're just trying to prove a point. Well, now you all see the lesson in this, right? Information must be handled as if it were the greatest prize of all. Once someone leaks top secret information, there's no taking it back. I'll keep that in mind next time I come to you for advice. Mr. Holmes. As you should.
Well, Naruhodo, is it time for the same old song and dance?
I think so. Here we go again. Of course, let's review those great deductions. I think we'll just prove Sherlock we'll prove him wrong. Prove him wrong? Well, I think we'll just prove Sherlock wrong and we'll call it for the night after this. Seems like a good end to the stream. Now, let us start over again. Come one and all to Sherlock Holmes's Theatre of Logic and Reason. Hold it, Mr. Holmes. I am ready. Dig a tunnel, huh? Let's begin with a simple question. Why do you show up here in the first place? Pledge ticket. But that was a lie. You have some other reason. The reason's in your hand. The job posting. Now, the question mark bubble came up after he said job posting, but not after he said what was in his hand. Maybe we should inspect that flyer a bit more closely. According to Mr. Holmes, Egg Benedict's plan was... I'm sorry, his name is Egg Benedict. To become an employee here and dig a tunnel under the shop? Not prove him wrong, but subtly nudge his deductions to the right direction. The right direction. I see what you did there. Well, I mean, his deductions are wrong as they are, so... tomato, tomato. Egg, egg. Egg, erg. The alluring scent, yeah, I'm reading the wrong thing.
Yeah, supposedly, his aim is the funds within the underground bank vault. Though I'm not sure how successful he would be if he tried to use a broken shovel.
Which means he was most likely aiming for something else, right? Why did he show up now, of all times? I can look at his hat. Examine the hat. Please be nice to Sherlock. He's a poor and fragile egg who needs to be protected from cracking. No, that's this guy. But he is poor and fragile. Poor Sherlock, man. After the stream, egg will stop sounding like an actual word. Egg. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, we can do it erg instead. What a bright white silk hat. British gentlemen never cease to amaze.
I can't help but think it clashes with his jet black coat.
Yeah, right? Maybe it's the newest London fad. Not that I have any proof of that. Maybe you're bald. You're bald underneath that hat. Like an egg.
Why don't you try wearing a Snow White silk hat? As we've already noted, it would clash with my jet black student uniform. Get with the fashion times. Come on, Susato. Oh, it is a job posting. Indeed, this does appear to be a flyer advertising this shop. Let's take a look. Come on and pledge your life to me at Hatch's Pawnbrokers. That doesn't sound like a very good advertisement. Quite a spirited tagline, huh? Yes, and the same flyer is posted all over the shop. It sounds like he's eternally short-staffed. Did Mr. Benedict really come here seeking employment? I find that really hard to believe. Short-staffed? No, that's Egg. He's got a broken cane, apparently. What else could there even be, though? The music box in the background? The only thing I could think to point out is the hat. There's nothing else. Cane. Examine the cane. He's one hot egg. He looks fancy even with the black suit and the white hat. Well, he was wearing a white suit earlier. I don't know what he did with it. Even the grip of his cane has a shiny finish. British gentleman. Oh, wait, did I say this already? Oh, never mind. Oh, wait, no. Did I? No. I'm wrong. This hasn't been read yet. I'm just stupid. Hold on, let me do that over. They're just repeating themselves, like, as a theme. But I must say, I haven't really seen a grip like this before. Maybe it's the newest London fad, not that I have any proof of that. Why don't you try parading down the streets with a cane in hand? The katana hanging from my hip would probably get in the way. You love that you get to examine him at many angles. I'm imagining Naruhodo and Sherlock just like pacing around him, like to his back and his front, like peering really closely. And he's just frozen in shock. Like, what are you doing? I'm examining the evidence. Don't judge me. Yeah, I can't see anything else. The thing that brought him to the shop is I don't know. The coat? I can't pick the coat. Did he have that cane earlier actually? Because I don't see any reason why it's the hat. Unless I'm missing something in the background. Curious. Yeah, I don't know. Are Ryu and Sherlock checking Egg out? What's underneath that shell of yours, man? It's either the cane or the hat, and I don't remember him having a cane. I think I'm wrong. Bob! You can't judge a book by its cover. Someone who seems rich might actually be destitute. And so you came to a realization. This cane is giving everyone the wrong idea. Thus you came here to pledge that cane. What kind of terribly vague reasoning was that supposed to be? Oh, well, this is the theater of logic and reason after all, right? My theater of logic and reason? If you want to play a farce, do it in your own theater. My theater has my forces and mine alone. Oh, sorry, I guess. Oh, well, now that we think about... Okay, I understand now. Now that... The question caught me confused a little bit. The question is, what did he come here to pledge, not what he came here to get? So he's gonna pledge his hat because it doesn't match his coat. That's it. Why is a gentleman like him here anyway? Imagine this. He's actually really poor and he has nowhere left to go. It's the only possible explanation at this point. You really can't come up with any better ideas? Well, maybe. Maybe he was searching for something in this shop. Good. Let's keep that idea in mind as we continue examining him. Well, it's not the job posting, because that's what it already is. Hat. And not the hat. What the... Present the job posting? Again? This doesn't make sense to me. You can't judge a book by its cover. You can't... This hack is giving... Came here to pledge the hat.
Okay. Sure. You couldn't have just said go back to home to Japan? Wait, what did I miss? I'm confused. Maybe there's something I missed. I can't go back to the log. I can't see anything else he's holding. Glove? The back of his head? Nape of his neck? I guess it's the job posting then. That does not make sense to me at all because that's already part of the deduction. All right. No? Okay, I just missed something then. You do wear high-class clothes, yes, but everyone knows the rich are never really satisfied with their riches. And that is for that reason that you wanted employment at the shop. All right. Check the back of it. Okay, I didn't realize that the back of it would have a different examination point. Oh. Look at me. I was looking at the bottom of his hand like that was gonna prove something. Hello. Oh? There's something scribbled on the back of this flyer. What the heck? What does it say? It says, name, Gina Latrod, height 5 feet 2 inches. Distinctive old green hat and waistcoat. Wears an old blue bag and old white shirt. These are all of Gina's identifying features. What on earth? And there's even a sketch of her right next to it. I bet she'd give us a smoke grenade to the face if we showed this to her. Why though? There's something about the shop written here as well. Hatch's Pawnbrokers, Baker Street. Last day of redemption period, 15 April. It was actually her coat? The 15th of April, that's today! Why does Mr. Benedict have this? Sketch of Gina. Hey now. Alright, sure. It cost me 3 objections, but I think it was worth it to see Naruhodo bumble about. Modern anime doesn't have enough bumbling protagonists. I'm bringing it back to the old classic days of Lupin III and Trigun. You still wish they had swimsuit costume DLC or alternative outfits? What Ace Attorney has swimsuit DLC? You just want to see Sherlock in a swimsuit, don't you? The alluring scent that's brought you to the shop came from this sketch of Gina. Just so, I noticed some strange scribbles and a sketch of a person on the back of this flyer. It looks like you've got some juicy information about this shop and the little pickpocket here. Little pickpocket lass. Ah! Just a moment ago, you claimed that you chased Gina to the shop after she stole your pledge ticket. But I'm pleased to see that your claim was nothing but lies. Instead, you came to the shop because of that memo. Who gave that to you? Who are you employed by? Was it McGundle? Today's the deadline, so you were keeping a close eye on Hatch's pawnbrokers. Then you lay in wait until Gina took the stage. You would stop at nothing to chase this poor girl. You resorted even to lies. Thus, I am led to believe that you had some special motive for coming here. I noticed that you just reflexively lifted your cane. I also noticed its major contradiction. Cane. Cane's for the fair rule. No. What's a fair rule again? Western canes also often have a metal cover at the tip. Oh, so the metal part is what hits the pavement while you walk. Yet this cane doesn't seem to have one. It seems to me like it just broke off somewhere while he was walking. If that was the case, he wouldn't have been so shocked when Mr. Holmes said so. So that means He really is hiding some sort of secret about this cane. It's a sword. It's a sword. It's probably a sword. I want it to be a sword. No, it's just initials. Susato, look at this. There are English letters here. Those must be initials. I hear that many Westerners engraved their initials on their possessions. I guess Sherlock Holmes should be SH then. Shh. That's right. So that means the letters carved here should be... It's not EB. Oh, this says RC. Who do I know that's RC? I'm getting a strange feeling about this. The cane's initials. That one's obvious. Will Ferrell. Or Will Not Ferrell. Oh, Will Ferrell, that's my favorite actor. The contradiction, of course, concerns your Kane's initials. That is exactly the issue, isn't that right, Mr. Egg Benedict? Whoa. The initials of Egg Benedict would naturally be EB. Earthbound. A really good game, you should play it. However, the initials on this cane are RC. Remote Control. It stands for Sherlock Holmes. That's me. Give that to me right now. That is my cane. I don't believe there could be a contradiction more obvious than that. Don't you agree? I don't know anybody who could own that. Oh no, you see, this cane is... It's your own cane. You said as much earlier. What? I'm sure you just found it lying around, right? It's too late for excuses. Alright, we're about to learn his real name. Which means... You're strutting around like a gentleman when you can't even bear to reveal your real name. You should watch the second case of Gyakuten Saiban 2. Is it in English, or do you know Japanese? Oh, so desu ne. Ah, you seem quite shaken there. What's the matter? Your reaction will guide us towards the answer to our next question. That question... What is the true identity of that wooden stick? True gentlemen never reveal their own names. You should do well to know that, Luke. And your latest reaction all but confirms my theory. Though you try to shroud the truth in darkness, bees, it's illuminated by your cane's grip. The pledge that Gina drew was this fancy coat. And now we have a man so mysterious that we don't even know his name. And he claims that the coat was his to begin with. Since he only came here based on the memo and a sketch of a girl, his claims must be lies. How do you know the password, though? And if that's the case, Professor Layton's just a fake name. The only thing left for us to do is prove conclusively that this coat isn't his. But how to do... Coat seams? Oh! Yeah, this coat is way... Oh, he's ripping it. This coat's way too small for him. Look, the seams on the shoulder of this coat have torn. Oh, you're right. When Mr. Benedict reacted to that deduction, I thought I heard him let out a tiny little scream. But maybe that was actually the sound of his fabric tearing. On closer inspection, it does look pretty tight on him. You know, that's just a modern style. The arms are full of bursting, and the buttons look like they're ready to fall off. If you try to run, the poor thing would probably fall to pieces. Ooh, now that's a sight I'd like to see. Excuse me? Susato. Susato, that's lewd. What? How do you think we could get him to start running around? Susato? She's thinking really hard about this one. A Let's Player is doing voiceover in English? Oh, they're translating real time, huh? His real name's not Egg, it's Chicken. Yes. RC stands for Really a Chicken. That's his name. Oh, wow. If only I knew Japanese, I could have Let's Played this game way earlier. I could have been on the forefront. I could have been somebody. Well, I'm playing it now. That's all that matters to me. Alright, well. Let's point out that the coat is way too small on him.
Don't worry, it's just a growth spurt. You know, sometimes people still grow into their late 20s. I actually looked up whether it's possible to have a growth spurt into your 20s because people have been saying I look taller than I used to. And that's weird because I don't think I am. I think I'm just losing weight because I'm on a diet. Because how? I am 28 years old. I'm 27 years old. How am I still growing? Though you try to shroud the truth in darkness, it is illuminated by your coat's seams. Ah. That coat clearly does not fit your form. Not a voiceover? Weenie said it was a voiceover. Subtitles. The seam appears to have torn because you forced the coat on. You know, I found it rather suspicious from the outset. You lay in wait for a pickpocket girl, you use a fake name, you aren't even the pleasure. Your true objective, veiled with sheets of lies, can only be to steal the pledge from this young lass. No! Well then, it was hers after all. However, I do find one thing unfortunate. Your grand crime has turned into little more than a misdemeanor. I'm sorry, Sherlock. I know you haven't seen anything big in 2 months. Disappointed. Stealing special funds. So what's the crime? But that's not all, Mr. Benedict. We've only just begun. We're in the end game now. I'm afraid you must expose your crime. Don't be absurd. You say I intend to steal some worthless pledge of all things, but I used the password. I redeemed that pledge using the right methods. Ooh. If I wasn't the one who pledged these items, then how would I know the password? That's right, I wouldn't. Sorry to break it to you, but there is indeed a way for you to have known the password. You know it yourself, after all, don't you, Egg Benedict? The clarity with which your line of sight declares the truth surprises me even more. What? So how could you come to know the password? Is the circular. No, the passwords are probably written down somewhere. I knew Gina was a truther. Got him.
Egg.
Whoa, Egg. Egg is greater than Gina. Hey now, no. Gina better. Egg is a liar. He's attacking from an entirely different angle now. I don't think we'll be going back to that stuff about tunnels again. You love the dramatic shift in music. Oh yeah, I used that as the opening for the stream. What was it called? I have it open in a tab. Oh no, I closed it because I'm stupid. All right, well, it's a shame. I kind of like that line. I kind of like that line of reasoning. Putting that aside, it is true that this mysterious man knew the password. Professor, right? Professor, right? Anyone who doesn't know the password wouldn't be able to redeem the pledge. Now, let's turn our thinking around. Provided one knew the password, anyone could redeem the items. Did this mysterious gentleman have any way of learning the password? I think so. Antique lamp. Memorandum. Oh, he leaves the passwords out in plain sight? Hatch, you're not very smart, are you? Susato, look at this. It looks to be a memorandum written by Hatch. This says, Professor. So I guess he just left the password up here for all that world to see. In very big, easy to read letters. Good job, Hatch. And before you point that gun back at yourself, let me take that away. Pathetic. I'm having trouble not looking at it. Pistol. Yeah, the pistol. The method is the gun. Hatch's gun is just sitting here. Didn't he say that he keeps exactly one bullet in it at all times? Pawnbrokers seem willing to fight tooth and nail for their shop. He intends to use it on himself, though.
This shop is probably more the exception than the rule. I kind of want to present the gun. What? I'm curious. Using a gun to interrogate someone is a crime. And if you use the shopkeeper's gun in doing so, it would be the perfect crime. You threatened Hash and demanded the password when we weren't looking. That logic was so controversial that even I am left tilting my head in utter confusion. Seems reasonable to me. Honestly, I utterly confused myself when I blurted it out. Let's return our heads to the rightful orientations and discuss this logic anew. Sorry about that. I'll think about it more carefully. Worth it. I may be down to my last life, but it's worth it. It's clear that he found some way to use the password, blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Memorandum. Did Holmes foreshadow that when he mentioned keeping top secret information secret? That's what he was really hinting at. Living on the edge. The method you used is clearly revealed by the memorandum that you just glanced at. When an item is redeemed at this shop, Old Hatch always does the same thing. The customer says the password and Hatch writes it down as a memorandum. That's what I thought. There's no way he remembers everything for 2 months. He then compares the password with his register to ensure its validity. One would call that a reliable method for a shopkeeper of such an establishment. However, it's also a very reliable method to let everyone steal sensitive information. Don't write your passwords down, people. People can log into your Facebook. What do you mean? What he means is that you were at his shop well before you revealed yourself to us. You think Naruhodo and Sherlock may be well matched in deductions? I like to think that Sherlock actually does know the actual truth. He's just having some fun and letting Naruhodo figure out what the real truth is. Like, Sherlock's a smart man. He's bored. Sometimes when you're so smart, you just get bored sometimes. That's the plot of, like, a lot of, like, stories and animes. You likely followed Gina into the shop when you saw her enter. They both throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. Oh, you mean they're equally bad? No, that's just me. As usual, Hatch wrote the password. As usual, Hatch wrote the password as a memorandum as she said it. You stole a glance and learned that the password was Professor. That's my headcanon? Yeah, that's what I think. Oh! And thus you carried out this pawn shop pilfering extravaganza. Extravaganza? He spin. And at last we arrive at the heart of the matter. Why would you go so far for these pledges? What? I wouldn't think an ill-fitting coat and a tiny music box disc would hold much value. There must be some secret behind your pursuit of these 2 items. What are you going on about? I don't know anything. I believe we're about to touch upon some rather intriguing proof that says otherwise. What you are truly aiming for is this postcard. Scrawled on the postcard, or maybe scrawled on the back of the music disc. The withdrawn pledges were a coat and a disc that was found in the pocket. According to Hatch, they're hardly even worth a penny each. Despite their worthlessness, he was determined to steal these from Gina. Why would that be? Perhaps we have a piece of evidence that can show us the reason why? Can we even present evidence during this? Evidence? Alright, I'll take a look in the court record. The music disc. It's the only thing I have. No, clearly it's the armband. Yeah, waste my last life on that. It's a spicy mixtape. That's what the music box disc is. What you are truly aiming for is scrawled right here on this music box disc. What's this? To McGundle, it says. Ah, was McGundle your record producer? Oh! Oh yeah, I guess you weren't here when we found it out. The music disc has the little thing that says to Magundle on it. That Magundle. Kozny Magundle. I remember his trial 2 months ago. He died a mysterious death in the Crown Court. A London gentleman whose true nature was that of a vicious moneylender wrapped in sin. Magundle music industry. Were you his friend, or perhaps his henchman, or perhaps his lover? Ah, I see, it was the latter. Mr. Magundle was definitely a short man. That tiny coat would fit him perfectly. Magundle's coat, huh? Oh! Though we may not know your real name, Mr. Egg Benedict, I believe we have arrived at the final truth. Magundle Mixtape Management. Your goal was to collect the items that Kozny Magundle left behind. Damn you! You're fine. Don't be so dramatic. Seizing Magundle's possessions. So it was actually neither Gina's nor Magundle's. The cane doesn't say CM though. I still don't know who that cane belongs to. I'm confused now. What if his real name is Egg? Could be. Kozny Magundle. My, it is a surprise that his name would come up in this little pawn shop. Erg Chicken. That's his name.
Excuse me, there's something about all this.
What is it, Miss Fusato?
According to Hatch, today is the last day before Mr. Magundle's coat is to be deemed unclaimed, correct?
Yeah, why didn't he just buy it? Yes, that's right. Today...
Yes, that's right. Today marks exactly 2 months since it was first left here.
left here right before the... Right before the murder... What was the name of the victim in case 2? What was his name? I need to... I don't remember. It was Brick Mortar? Something? Okay, maybe it's not RC. RC. Do I know anybody by the name of RC? I don't think so. Today's the 15th of April. 2 months ago would mean... Thrice fired mortar. Okay, that's not him.
The 15th of February, yes, according to my account book, that was the day. I wrote that the coat was pledged at about 10:30 p.m. on that night.
Then...
That's right. The 15th of February. That was the day of the omnibus murder case.
Yeah, okay. It's connected.
Not only that, but 10:30 p.m. That's a perfect match for the time that which Mortar was killed.
I don't suppose we can call this mere coincidence, friends. You are all free to enjoy your whimsical deductions, however... Okay! There's a gun. And it's not pointed at Hatch's head this time. Hatch! Hatch, get the gun! Where are you? If I don't walk out with my coat and music box disc, then someone else won't walk out at all. This is more threatening than a taser. Is black really the color you want to be wearing when you are brought to a British morgue? What should I do here? Egg? Egg, please? Egg's got a gun! Juxeri, hello, welcome to the stream. How you doing? I'm just gonna say before I make this very important decision with a gun pointed at my head. Do not shoot me with bullet. I refuse. There are certain things that a man has to protect under any circumstances. This may be what I have to protect. Naruhodo? Don't do anything stupid. But it may also not be. Choto! Yeah! Hatch! Shoot him! It's self-defense.
If something were to happen to a customer in my shop...
No! Not yourself! God damn it! There would be... There would be nothing left for me but to take my own life as atonement. Hatch, no! Stand off! Hatch. That's enough! Oh, thank God! Gregson! Inspector Gregson, here to save the day. Scotland Yard. You guys have guns too, right? Inspector?
We received an emergency signal reporting an ongoing incident inside this pawn shop. We ran over as fast as we could. What's going on in here?
Oh, thank God! You're finally here! A few short moments later, and my blood would be all over this poor shop.
As well as my blood? What about that? Ah, jeez. You're gonna make yourself the hostage, Hatch? That doesn't work. We're about to have a double murder-suicide? How does that even work? Except without the suicide part, probably. No, just a murder and a suicide. It seems appropriate for me to admit defeat here.
I'm no match for you. I admit defeat.
Are you just gonna listen to this monkey?
Haha, you're not as stupid as you look.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna leave it at that.
Honestly, you called us over here for nothing.
Nothing? There was a gun pointed at my head. Ah. Is this Gumshoe Saves the Day moment? Except with actual police, like, influence? This isn't nothing at all. Hatch was about to get shot in the head. What about me?
It looked more to me like he was the one threatening to shoot.
Well, yes, both. Can I have some of those fish and chips, by the way? I'm hungry.
We're currently pursuing a case that may very well blow the British Empire wide open.
What? What kind of case? Tell me all about it, Inspector Gregson. This is like the first time Gregson and Sherlock actually interact, isn't it?
Forget I said anything. It has nothing to do with you lot.
Egg. Egg commits murder and then Hatch shoots himself. Double death. And then a murder and a suicide. Something like that.
Now you're coming down to the yard.
Very well. Arrest this man. Don't spit. Whoa! Did you just slip out with ballerina style?
He's getting away. Chase after him. Get the constables on this.
Where's O'Malley? Yes, sir. The great escape. Oh no! Looks like Egg scrambled.
Recently, there have been a string of robberies at pawn shops in this area. We set up emergency call buttons under each shop's desk. Press the button and we come.
Oh, I really was frightened.
I mean, you had the gun. Why didn't you?
And as for you, boy in black clothes.
Sir!
Scotland Yard will be taking Cousin McGundle's possessions. Hand it over.
I mean, but Gina needs it though, I think. Maybe. It's evidence, but Did he just teleport? He just yeeted himself out of there. Oh, okay.
Don't you hand it, Naruhodo. That's mine. Naruhodo.
Sorry, little girl. We have to take all of McGundle's belongings as evidence.
As in what? Evidence? Why? You know the rules, Master Naruhodo. Once he says the E word, it's all his. Evidence. Or is the E word... Once you say the E word, it's all over. Go on, Inspector. Don't worry. Gina, just let the police take it and then steal it from them. It's easy. Gregson's been nothing but hostile to us. I mean, that's true, but he's just doing his job. After Instructor Gregson took McGundle's disc. We were forced out of the shop egg. This is exciting. It sure is, Jukescary. Jukescary, I don't know if you were here since the beginning of the stream, but that pun's being made this whole time. Oh my. Oh my. I love this case already. This is great. We're gonna have deductions. We're gonna have a trial. I don't want this case to end, but that's probably it for the stream tonight. It's been over 3 hours, and I need to get ready for bed. To be continued. Everyone, that'll be it for the Great Ace Attorney for now. I'll get to it later, Hammy. Hold on. That's it for the Great Ace Attorney for now. I'll continue this game another time. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream Danganronpa V3 or Great Ace Attorney on Friday. Maybe I'll have a poll. Anyway, if you'd like to watch either of those games, or at least find out which one I'm streaming when it comes to Friday, you can follow me on Twitch to catch me live next time I stream. I usually play visual novels and or RPGs, and I'm working on both Danganronpa V3, The Great Ace Attorney, Kingdom Hearts 3, and a little bit of something else from time to time, whenever my friends come over to play, usually on Thursdays. I won't stream tomorrow, but I will stream on Thursday. Hopefully it's the game I'm thinking of with Nash and Brad, friends of the channel. That would be Bradderfield and Mr. Buckle on Twitch. They come over sometimes. We're playing a certain game starring a certain blue hedgehog that came out in a certain year of 2006. I hope that was vague enough to not jinx it. Probably be playing that on Thursday. If not, then I don't know, we'll figure it out. Thank you everybody for watching. Also, if you ever miss a stream, you can also follow me on you can also subscribe to my YouTube. That's the word. And look at the games I've played before, the VODs I've uploaded from the past. And also follow me on Twitch to get updates about the stream. Twitter. Follow me on Twitter to get updates about the stream, and general fun stuff. I'm going to also before I go, I'm starting a thing where I show art, fan art. If you ever have fan art for the stream, post it to either my Discord or tweet it to me on Twitter, and I'll show it at the end. There is some art for once, so let's go ahead and show it. We got this piece by Bradderfield himself. We got my chicken as Zero from Mega Man Zero specifically. It looks like it's drawn in Swap Note? Brad's been getting pretty good at this. Wow, I love it. It's so good. We got another piece of art. We've got from Work in Progress, also known as Sonder, also known as Work in Progress in the chat. We got this very adorable rendition of my chicken. There will be a lot of chicken art, as you can see. I really like the line work on this. I'm not sure if Work scanned it or if they used a digital pen. I need to find out how to replicate this outline effect in like Clip Studio, because I really like the little wiggles on the outline. It's so cute. It's so good. Do we have anything else? I might have one more thing to show. Let me see. Not really. Not really. All right, okay. Well, we're finally gonna finish it. Absolutely. Sonic 06. Me, Brad, and Nash started streaming that a long time ago, and we haven't been able to meet up again to actually finish it. Hopefully, we'll get to the end at least Sonic's campaign tomorrow. Oh shit! I just said we're playing Sonic 06 out loud. Well, now it's not gonna happen. Well, crap. Windy can make art. Oh, I would love that. Oh, thank you, Windy. I can't wait to see it. Like I said, you can either post it in the Discord or tweet it at me, and I'll see it. I'll catch it. All right, well, that's it for the stream. Thank you everybody once again for watching. Thank you for sticking around to the end, whether you're on Twitch or on the YouTube video. You guys are appreciated, and wow, it actually took so long that the music ended. All right, okay. Also Keel too? Oh my god. You guys never have to, but it's much appreciated. I also do some art myself, but I don't know if there's anything worth showing right now on the stream. So, with that, I'm gonna call it. If you need to go to sleep, I will let you. Have a good night. I'll see you around. Stay clucky.